Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon master this evening, this afternoon, or this morning, or wherever this finds you, whenever this finds you. Today, we are continuing on with our ongoing campaign, playing Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition. And we are using this to play through with our, this is our Quarantine Crusaders campaign, mini-campaign to fill up the hours when we're all stuck at home during the COVID-19 crisis. And we are playing the Legacy of the Crystal Shard adventure, published in 2013 in connection with the D&D Next adventures. So, with me today are the stars of the Legacy of the Crystal Shard campaign, the Quarantine Crusaders themselves. I'll go through the order I've got you guys on the screen. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing. First up is Mo.
Hi, I'm Morris. I'm playing Thomas, or Tom, who's who's in the north from the south, and he's a fighter.
Though you unfortunately would not know it from his hit point rolls. Because that's just...
He's a very unlucky fighter, I think.
Yeah. Jeez. Next up is John.
Hey everyone, I'm John. I am playing Falkrill. He is a half-Sylvan elf ranger cleric, falconer and cleric of Solinar, and he's got a extremely loyal but stubborn bird. It's an Arctic hawk.
Yes. We've been joking about it being a what do you call it, a rescue bird since the campaign started, and it turns out after John made his necessary proficiency rolls to train the bird, he didn't learn anything. So
just loyalty, that's it.
Nice. All right, and next up is Andrew.
Hello, I'm Andrew. I am playing Kola, a dwarven priest of Clangeddon, returning home after several years away, and apparently about to find out something's not quite right at his home.
That is true. Things are going wrong in the Icewind Dale. Next up is Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Grim, a human mage fugitive from the south who's cursed forever to look like the ex of a jilted mage.
Nice. And next up is Hobbs.
Hello, everyone. I am Jason Hobbs, and I am playing Store, a friendly, go-lucky professional warrior and recreational gambler.
Nice. Next up is Jeffrey.
Everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Bruin. He is a human ranger who likes his booze too much and thus escapes to the woods when he can to avoid it.
Yes. And he is one who rejects the call to adventure when it calls. So
Sometimes. Depends on the adventure.
And last but not least is Dave. Oh, shit, Dave, we just lost your audio.
Oh, I was on mute because I was...
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I'm playing Lexorak Wiltshire, a half-elf ranger who has left the south to leave behind a world of loss and a family legacy that he doesn't want to be a part of.
Awesome. We may have some other players join us as well, too, because the change of time between the Saturday-Sunday sessions is sometimes a bit to keep track of for some of the players. So, last session, guys, was pretty eventful. You guys finally actually left the safety of the walls of Bryn Shander and ventured out. What happened last session, guys? Let me move us over to the Icewind Dale map. We can talk about what...
Oh, dang, Arlen's not here, is he?
No.
There was howls and gnashing of teeth and blood spilt, and many people fell, but we killed some wolves. And then we got to the Dwarven Valley, the southern tip. Well, we also got lost in a blizzard, but we fixed that.
Yes.
But some dwarves got uppity and tried to take our caravan leader. We wouldn't allow that, so we had to kill some dwarves.
Yeah. Helda Silverstream, the dwarven merchant who had traveled with you guys from Luskan all the way up to Bryn Shander. She had hired you guys to carry on into the Dwarven Valley, just to escort her there. And you guys had agreed to do that way back when you dealt with those Yeti. I say way back, by which I mean like 3 days ago. So, yeah, you guys were discussing. So you had Hengar, the guy that you had rescued, the ragged tribesman that you had rescued from execution in Bryn Shander. He was wanted you guys to escort him and help him up with the tribe of the Elk, the tribe that he comes from. Unfortunately, with this dwarven development, now it seems that you guys have split goals. Hengar is staying the night with you guys because he's not going to travel at night, but tomorrow morning he is planning on leaving and heading back to the tribe of the Elk. It is, incidentally, the morning of the 28th of Aligned, and the election in Bryn Shander is only 3 days away. So, or at least Harvest Tide. High Harvest Tide, I think it's called, is coming up. So, for the rest of that evening, I think you guys have already healed. Let me put some tokens down here, guys, so we can keep track of hit points. So, and I think that, yeah, there we go. So, in terms of your healing, I think we already did that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nice, and we were also streaming live on Hobbs's Twitch channel. Is it Hobbs and Friends? Is that what you call your channel?
The Gamerhood.
The Gamerhood, Hobbs's Gamerhood. So,
Mr. Hobbs's Gamerhood.
Mr. Hobbs's Gamerhood. So, howdy everyone in Mr. Hobbs's Gamerhood.
Yeah, thank you.
You get the rare privilege of seeing Hobbs on the other side of the DM screen. So,
God help you.
Yeah. So, guys, let's bring Andrew up to speed as to what you found as well, too. What else did you find from these dwarves, apart from them being incredibly aggressive?
They seem to be potentially magically possessed by some kind of dark rock amulets?
Black ice, actually.
Or black ice. Okay, it was ice.
Mm.
Some kind of black ice amulets.
It's like as strong as steel or something.
Yeah, when Storr picked it up, that he felt pulled to aggression
And greed.
and greed.
Yeah. But it doesn't wear off when you just take it off. Or at least not right away. Because we did that.
Right.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Or the dwarf is just a mean bastard in general.
We don't know how
Yeah,
long.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true too.
That, and we got the impression from the dwarf that was talking, the remaining one, that the previous power has been replaced. What did he say?
So Stokely
leader
Silverstream is the Dane of the dwarves of the Icewind Dale and of Kelvin's Cairn. But what he said is that they were saying that he was, he was not in charge anymore, and they were saying a name which was Barrack Hammerstone.
Barrack Hammerstone.
Barrack Hammerstone is Kola, your uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Cola's uncle's in power, perhaps?
Well, the thing is that is a surprise to you. Is Uncle Barrack is really just he was a miner. Like, he was like a skilled miner, and he may have been the head of, his, like, crew. But he's by no means, he's not royalty. He's not someone who ever had ambitions for a seat of power. But there it is.
There was also Dando Hammerstone. Was that another? Yeah, I think you had mentioned this is way back in session 0. There was a second name with the shared last name. Or was that never mind. That is Kolo's mom. Never mind.
Okay.
Right.
Ooh, you have to get a pretty special present for Dwarven Mother's Day to make up for that.
Maybe he's the reason why he doesn't know who his mom is.
Hey.
Oh, sorry.
So, yeah, and I think she is related to Barrack.
Right. Yeah, that was he's her brother. And
Yeah,
that's
so he's a
the relation.
maternal uncle, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, and these guys, there is one that was still tied up as well, too. And I think I tossed the piece of paper that had his name on it, too.
I think it was Fargrim or something.
Forgrim?
I think so.
Give me a second. I can actually find it again. Did I type it in chat by any means?
I think you did.
Did I? Look how smart I'm getting. My goodness. Fargrim, yeah.
Yes.
Look at that. Perfect. I have my moments.
I'm just
Okay.
surprised I remembered it.
So yeah, there's one tied up guard who was watching the gate into the Dwarven Valley, and actually we can go over to. This is what the Dwarven Valley looks like. So this is your home, Kola.
Okay.
Let me do some adjustments here. There we go. I'll make it a little smaller, maybe. So I can fit the whole thing in. There we go. Yep. And then... Actually, I can make it even a little smaller. There we go. And then I can fit everyone's tokens in as well, too. Boom.
Our original agreement with the Dwarven merchant was just to get her here.
It was to escort her to the Dwarven Valley in general. Oh, my neighbor. Fuck. Sorry, guys. The weather's turned, so my idiot neighbor who rides like a crotch rocket is just out. And if he spent as much time riding his fucking bike as he does sitting in his garage rearing the engine, like...
He'd need new tires.
He would need new tires, but like apparently his hobby is not riding the bike; it's just sitting on it and making noise for the rest of the neighborhood.
Let's hope your neighbor doesn't discover your YouTube channel.
And yes, I'm segueing into my 70s right now. Shut up with that noise.
Well, he won't be your neighbor for too much longer, will he?
This is true. This is very true. And you know what? It's funny. As much as I've been bitching about moving during this thing, I cannot tell you how much a change of scenery is going to be nice in the middle of this fucking quarantine. So
Until you get a guy with a Shelby on one side and... I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Kev's upgraded from a crotch rocket to a Shelby.
Yeah, really. I am a Jeep man through and through. So,
Right.
then let's see here. What? Yeah. So that's what you've got. The one guy tied up. You're right at the southern entrance to the Dwarven Valley, and what they've said is, or what Kola, we said you said actually, because you had been experienced here. The real, like, most of the Dwarven Valley is mines that have been given over to accommodations, and this is hundreds of years ago. If it's centuries that the dwarves have lived in here, because this was the, remember, like the sort of the legacy or the history leading up to your people being here was the fall of, I can't remember the name of it, like Delzoun or something like that, that collapsed, and then it became Mithril Hall, and then Mithril Hall was infested with this shadowy presence, Shadow Drake or Shadow Dragon was accidentally let through from the Plane of Shadow. So Mithril Hall was abandoned in favor of this. They lived here for centuries, and then it was 100 years ago when King Brunor Battlehammer went back and, with his companions, liberated Mithril Hall. However, some dwarves came back because this was their home. You know, this was the only home they've ever known, so there's been dwarves continuing to live here. What that means is that there's a smaller population of dwarves living here now than there was over the centuries, so there's a lot of abandoned mines and accommodations, but it also means that these dwarves have been here for centuries and centuries. The important bits here, number 4 there is the Battlehammer Hold, and that's where Stokely Silverstream, the head of the clan, the Dane, typically lives. That's the clan seat. 2 and 3 are just sentry outposts where you know that there are sentries set, and the other one is 6, which is an enormous dwarven temple that honors your... This is probably where you apprenticed. There are 4 gods that are worshipped there. Moradin, the Soul Forger, Baranar True Silver, the Revered Mother, Clangadin Silverbeard, Father of Battle, and Dumathoin, the Keeper of Secrets under the mountain. So, the valley itself as well, too, has 2 main kind of roads that cut on each side. There's the eastern way and there's the western way. So, what Hedra had, or Helda had asked last time was to not, like, for you guys to not abandon her. Dave's armoring up. Dave is now partially encumbered. Look at that.
I thought you meant like you needed a hoodie or something like that.
Dave is girding himself for battle. So, basically, like, it is very, very difficult to make your way from one side of the valley to the other one. You kind of have to pick a side and travel along the slopes of that side. But the decision that you guys have to make is whether to carry on with Hengar. Hengar is, you know, you guys had said that you, or at least Gorwin had said that that you guys would help, and he, you know, he's got that. As far as I know, Gorwin hasn't given back that sigil, that elk sigil that was around the Hengar's neck. But
he intended to, but I told him not during the battle.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah, he's going to be leaving tomorrow morning to head up to the Elk Tribe. Still 2 more days travel, but it does appear that there's shit going on in the Dwarven Valley too. So I'll stop talking now, and I will leave it to you guys to discuss. What are you thinking here? So Kola, this is a lot of news for you, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Kola's gone very kind of pensive. He's nervous and doesn't know what to make of all this. 15 years is a long time. Apparently I've got some house cleaning to do.
What I can tell you, too, Andrew, is that the black ice that's on these guys, you've never seen that before. Helda had mentioned it when she was at Kelvin's Cairn, or Kelvin's Rest, with you in that bar, right after you guys got to Bryn Shander. And she seemed fascinated by it. Like, it seems like it's the big thing. Like, it's this new find that they had in the Dwarven Valley, and you can work it just like metal. So she was very excited to, and it seems very popular in the region. So the idea of getting that to be able to export out next spring was very attractive for her. You'd never heard of it before, and now having seen this stuff, you've never seen, like, non-dwarves don't get the appeal that dwarves have for gold and riches and things like that. You know, it's the permanence of, you know, the permanent beauty that comes from those things is probably one of the reasons it appeals to dwarves so much. The age behind all of that stuff, and for the gems at least, the capturing of moments in time, right? Like when diamonds pulled from the earth are older than even the dragons, you know, then that's an attractive bit of history to capture. But the level of greed that you're seeing with this, that this guy's demonstrating, that's not just dwarven, pragmatism with respect to wealth. It's something unnatural.
Is Helda still with us then?
She is. Yep. Yeah. Andrew, can I get you to move your mic just a scooch away from your mouth? We're getting a little bit of breathing sounds from you.
Sorry, is that better?
Just move it a little bit down so we can hear you. So here, try that.
Is that better?
Bang on. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Oh wow. I will admit I'm not sure what to do with this in the moment.
Okay. Well, it is. I mean, like, after 15 years of travel and then all that nonsense in Bryn Shander, and then finally getting lost in a blizzard on the way out here, and then nearly dying to a pack of not starving wolves either, like just fit and hale wolves. This is a hell of a homecoming here. Also outside, there are 3 dead dwarves. No, 4 dead dwarves.
Cola's not too. He's not too happy about that. I think we were, you guys, if I recall correctly I watched the thing just this morning, but you guys had suggested that Kola was back pushing the cart around, so he probably maybe he wasn't all that directly involved in the fighting. Wasn't particularly long anyway.
No, they went down pretty quick.
So I actually think Kola's kind of like off to the side, maybe looking and inspecting one of these pieces of black ice, and
don't touch it.
So if you have it in your hand, I need you to give me a save versus spells, please.
We would knock it out of his hand or tell him not.
Okay, so yeah, I think you try and grab it, and it just knocked. Also, the
okay.
Yeah, we took the precaution of using arrows to lift it off the last living guy, so we didn't touch it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can even get like
that's part of the video.
You can get the same. Like, I think if you're live to it, if you just picked it up, you wouldn't have not known. Like, Story, you didn't know anything about it until you picked it up, and then suddenly it was something was happening. If you just put a bare hand down and carefully kind of try and get close to it, you can feel for a split second like the desire to just grab it, and you resist that and pull back. But there's something unnatural about this stuff.
Okay. All right. I think. I don't think I can take the lead in the moment here. I need to kind of get my thoughts straight. But yeah, he's going to be kind of watching and just kind of thinking about this piece, this shard, and the implications of this and this apparent political changes here. He's kind of overwhelmed.
Well, Store would. Basically, we have two choices here. We need either go with Hengar and go to the Elk tribe, like we had discussed, or we need to help the dwarves here. Either way, we need allies. We certainly didn't make enough in Bryn Shander, so now we have another opportunity. Hengar has said that he would send us warriors to help the dwarves here, but it seems like we have an opportunity to me now. They don't know that we're here. We've already taken out this guard station. Helga wanted to go somewhere else. I say maybe we should help her get there and find out what the temperature is there.
Yeah, she wants to go to the Battlehammer Hold, which is at 4. So she wants to access there. There's two ways. You could go down the route, and then you can basically hang a loogie, and then get into the mines and make your way through I say mines, but it's the community. Make your way through the community and try and reach the Battlehammer Hold. There are also ways of getting through the mines, because the mines are twisting and have gone over and connected to each other over the centuries. So there may be a way of sort of getting a back way in there. It is likely to be the ways that you guys would likely know that Cola, do you have, what are your proficiencies?
Let me see here.
This will tell us how much time you would have spent in the mines.
Non-weapon proficiencies, riding, rope, healing, climbing, endurance. Yeah.
Okay, so you spent a lot of time outside, it sounds like.
I have, yeah. I think I was basing that mostly on the travel time, and it's been too long since he's been here, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, so then, and I think Hilda maybe knows, there is a relatively well-known back way to get in, but it has the downside of being that it's well-known, so it's probably guarded. Particularly if Barrack Hammerstone has seized control. Helda is distinctly less comfortable with Cola at this point as well, too. Hearing that Barrack Hammerstone has seized control, and that these guys are so slavishly devoted to him, she's suddenly got some thoughts as to why you suddenly showed up back in the valley.
Makes sense.
She's paranoid, though, Cola. Don't worry about her.
She was paranoid when we mentioned that we had a thief that we'd escaped from execution and was going to be joining us too.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're going to have an exiled thief join us as well too. What?
Just also happens to be a tribesman, and they think he's part of the cult, or no big deal.
No, Helda's paranoia is justified and understandable.
Okay.
I wouldn't trust me either.
So what about the rest of you guys? What are you thinking here? What are your, I guess more importantly, what are your characters thinking? What's the priority here? You go along with Hengar? Do you delve into the Dwarven Valley?
Is the assistance of the Elk tribe going to be dependent on us escorting Hengar back to them?
I don't think so. We already saved his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is that he needs help. His tribe was at wit's end, being preyed on by these beasts that are coming in, and then he's talked about seeing the White Witch, that who is lurking on the edge of the camp and then disappearing when people try to pursue her. So, and the coming of this winter getting even more fierce. He likely attributes the squall to the White Witch. He has said more than once in the course of that blizzard where you guys got lost that this is the that this is the work of the White Witch.
This is what I propose. Instead of like talking for the entire session about what we do, right now everyone puts the vote in for what they do. You can go dwarves or barbarians or Rengar.
So just type it in.
whatever.
Do not hit enter yet, guys. So everyone enter it in, and then we'll do a tally afterwards. That's a great idea, Hobbs. Okay. Everyone ready?
Oh, shit.
No, not yet.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right. Oops, I just put it in. Ow.
So, hey,
I already
entered
said
it?
What a surprise. Why does everyone... Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Okay.
Really?
Oh, interesting.
against
Oh,
it.
really?
Nice.
The dwarf? I thought you.
Interesting.
That's clearly not wanting to face up to what's going on.
I can
It
imagine.
could
yeah.
be what... Yeah, it could be what Gorwin
Yeah.
was saying, too, that the prospect of killing, like, animals and whatever Yeti is probably preferable to, murdering his kinsman.
Well,
Yep.
he wasn't there, but we already kind of crossed that bridge.
Yeah.
Sort of.
That Rubicon
started
is in the rear view.
I
Yeah.
believe we call that starting across the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then it does seem that the vast majority of you guys are in favor of the dwarves. So then what is going to be the approach here, guys? Do you want to just make your way along the trail to try and get to Battlehammer Hold, or are you planning on are you planning on taking that back route through the mines?
Through the mines.
Through the mines.
Nice. Let the ring bearer decide. Hold on.
Yeah, the direct route will be rife with dwarves, and if there's some kind of fallout between Helga's family and the current leaders, then we'll have nothing but trouble.
Okay. Just give Mo a sec here. I think Mo may have
Especially
something
with one member of each family in this party.
Okay.
That-
I don't think my bird's gonna like going in the mines.
Again, only your bird likes much of anything, so.
Right, is that better?
The only thing he likes is me.
Exactly.
That is
that
better,
better?
Mo.
Rescue animal.
Yes. Yes, I can hear you, Mo.
I've actually come up with a little backstory why he's so damn stubborn. I
Bird
found him,
backstory.
I found him when he was like injured or something, and he's a long way from home, and he was over the age of a juvenile, so that's why he was so hard to train.
Yep.
So,
Again, rescue.
It's
Yeah,
not.
rescue bird.
It's not the lappet-faced warrior. from
and
San
he's
Francisco.
living up to the name I gave him, Havoc. So
Habit, okay.
Holy cow, I just lost my shit on that one.
Tom, did you have something? Sorry, your audio was out. Did you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah, I was going to say, we know that they were effectively arresting Helga, and that the previous Thane, or is it a Thane? Or Dane had been arrested, and we weren't sure where he was. So obviously that's why I think we should go around the back, because if there's an arrest warrant out for her, we don't particularly want to be too obvious.
Okay.
On the other hand, not to muddy the waters, I'm sorry. But on the other hand, if my uncle is suddenly in power now, mind you, I've been gone for so long, most dwarves aren't gonna even believe me if I say my name is yeah, they're not gonna necessarily even believe me if I try to use it. But I thought, like, if my clan's the one in power
Because
now,
of-
then
remember,
why
every
couldn't I
dwarf-
just walk in the front door?
Every dwarf from the time they were kids has been taught to go back. Like when you're introducing yourself to a new dwarf, you're doing the I'm so and so, son of this, son of that, son of so and so, son of blah 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 blah. So like you can assume that you're going to give a convincing presentation that you are part of the Hammerstone clan.
Assuming that we're talking to rational dwarves who aren't magically entranced and something.
Yeah.
That's
This
a
is
great
very
theory.
true too. Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what this is, and it's probably too risky.
Okay.
Yeah, Thomas
think-
thinks that maybe the uncle found this ice stuff and has been effectively taken over, or by some sort of magical or malign intent.
Does
We've
anybody
certainly seen it from the other dwarves, because they pretty much pulled out their swords and started hacking.
does
Even
anybody
when we
see
tried to say
potential
no, we don't want to
connections?
fight, they were just straight in.
Yeah, it's possible Auril has behind it all the Winter Witch, which is what Hengar has been saying.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know if it matters. I think what matters is getting going, and then we'll hold the ability for Cola to maybe overcome the guards at the end just with orders. So maybe we don't have to kill anyone until we get, and then we'll get back to the Battle Brother hold or whatever it's called, and then we can make another decision.
So we'll
once we
go.
get there, we can
east.
find out what's really been happening from other people.
Yeah, because any killing of anyone is only hurting us in the end, because we want these dwarves as allies. The more we kill, the less allies we have.
Yeah. So we'll go
Speaking of that,
northeast
do we
until
take
we
the
can get
prisoner
into
with
the
us?
abandoned section.
Dave, what was that?
I would say so. We'll go northeast until we can get to that number 2 and the abandoned section, and we'll hang a left.
Okay. Okay, and then Mo, did you have something to add?
Are we going to take the prisoner with us? That's a bit of an elephant in the room we haven't discussed.
We got a
Well, they leave
wagon.
him.
We can throw him in there.
I would
We
just
can leave him here. They'll come for guard shift change, and they'll find him.
Okay.
But then
Unless
he's
we're going to
going to tell
dispose.
them what happened.
Well, they're going to
Well,
know
maybe
what
if
happened.
we,
There's dead dwarves everywhere.
Can we not like?
Yeah,
how,
but
how,
he's been listening to us plan, so he'll know which way we went.
how
I
how
was thinking if you'd
far
been-
before your arrival had the wolves attacked? Is it possible to make it look like?
No.
I don't think
No.
we're
Hours.
into murdering
Couple
prisoners.
hours.
You put little daggers in the wolf's paws.
Killing dwarves, as you know, that's iffy. But mutilating the bodies afterwards,
We can bring the prisoner with us if that makes. I just kind of assumed we were talking somewhere he wasn't. Like he could have been outside while we were discussing or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
if
that would be
we,
really dumb for us to do that, because then we'd have to kill him or take him, and that would limit our options.
yeah, I mean, maybe if we accidentally let him over here, saying we're going to the tribesmen when we leave, and just leave him tied up, and that might
Sure.
lead them in the wrong direction.
I like that.
Okay.
Because we certainly wouldn't be discussing our plans in front of the dwarf who just
Right.
tried to kill us
No.
the previous evening.
Mm.
So maybe if we do that, if we fake it out and just
All right. Good idea. Let's fake it. Fake it and get moving.
Okay. Then,
I think so.
so then, morning comes, so you guys can prepare whatever spells that you have. What are you telling Hengar? He's leaving a little miffed, and by a little miffed, I mean he's probably like gritting teeth and barely holding back fury. But the fact that he's not, losing his shit on you guys says how much he respects the fact that you saved his life.
We trust. Let me see. Yeah, we trust Hengar to do the right thing and gather his people, but we need to help things here. Cola's family seems to have done something untoward, and we feel like we need to fix things here in the valley. Hold off, and we will reach you or send messenger is when you get there to us. One or the other.
Okay.
We're still with the Elk tribe.
I'm just gonna
This
write.
just
Is there a way of setting a meet point in the future, or a way of sending a
let's do
message?
that.
Is there a landmark we can say, well, we'll sort it out here, and then we'll meet you?
Just here. Why don't we just say here at the Dwarven Valley?
Okay, so I'm just,
Okay.
so I'm writing on the calendar for when, if barring unforeseen circumstances, when he'll actually reach there. It's gonna be 2 days until he reaches the Elk tribe, and then it would be 2 days before he got back as well. Assuming
So
the tribe is still there, like in that location. I mean,
It was
not.
the 27th of a Lint yesterday, so presumably it's the 28th.
Today's
today.
28th. Yes, that's right. So
28th of what?
Eliant.
I thought he was saying Lint, and I was like, what the heck kind of game is this?
Alliance. I'm not sure of the.
Yeah, Eliant. So, all right, then the valley stretches before you, and as the valley is like an enormous cleft, rift that.
Can we take the truck? Can we take the wagon with us, or
Yeah. Oh yeah. The traveling through
Yeah,
the mines is. Yeah. The dwarves are nothing if not dependable, so the mines have the same like gauge of distance for the carts as well too. So they've thought all that shit through. They don't make a difference between surface mines or surface carts and subsurface carts. So definitely. Knowing that there are going to be, like, the ones that are marked on here are the ones that Kohler remembers from 15 years ago. There may be patrols as well, too. Particularly if this is in the middle of wartime. But those are the ones that you know are definitely, like, outposts. There's similar to this where it's a stony kind of like not a fort, but like a low, maybe 2-story structure. That is, you're definitely going to get them, and they are set to be in such a place that they have a great vantage of the oncoming traffic. Like when you reach around a bend and there's a 200-yard escarpment that you're going to travel along, there's going to be at the end of that will be one of the watchtowers. How do you want to account for those? Are you just going to travel along the road normally, or are you trying to hide, or are you trying to scout or reconnoiter?
I think maybe just pretending to be a normal caravan.
Just carry on.
Might be the best way of doing it.
With an empty cart.
Well, I mean, we do have 2 dwarves returning, and we could certainly be the mercenaries helping to do that. But I mean, that kind of kills the whole thing. As soon as someone sees us, they'll can say, "Oh, we just saw some people come through here," right?
Yeah.
What's the other choice is to send people up and try and deal with these things. We got any people who would want to do that?
Well, I think there was 2 roads, wasn't there? There was a sort of a one on each side.
And I think we want to take the west path up because that's to where the Battlehammer Hold is.
Yeah, up towards where that you try and bypass that number 2 guard station.
But then on the other
about
side
a
is
mile away.
I don't see any bridges located in the valley.
Well, we don't have to worry about any farther down because we're going into the mine shafts as soon as we hit another number 2, right? Because it's
I
abandoned.
thought we were going into that one a bit further up. But yeah, okay.
Makes more
Unless
sense.
we try and
going
bluff
right
our
here,
way through number 2 with Cola's. If we have
I mean,
to.
it was abandoned 15 years ago.
Oh, I see. That entire section's abandoned. Okay.
Well, no.
Get past that.
Hobbs had said that section is like we're just going to go into the mines there because it's abandoned. But if this map and the numbers that we've indicated, if Kev just said these are the guard posts as Kola remembered them 15 years ago, then if he thinks that section's abandoned, well, that information's 15 years old, so we don't know.
Well, we have nothing. We know nothing.
So the western,
essentially.
So let's just approach it with the 2 dwarves on the cart and the rest of us, like along behind or side, and like you said, look like we're guarding a caravan boat or an empty wagon returning for another load.
So
Yep, that works for me.
The western mines are newer, incidentally, too, relatively speaking.
So I think we want. Yeah, I think the west is the one we to go because we want to get through to this hold, which is on the western side.
Okay. So, then, you travel for about, let's see, it takes, I think it's a full day to travel the length of the valley, so we'll sort of break it up along there. Yeah, it's about a day's travel to get from south end to north end, so you can figure it's going to take you about let's see, so it's a day, half day, 2, so it's about an hour and a bit before you reach the first guard post. You guys are traveling along. I imagine that you're in silence as well too. You can see at a distance, across the kind of hazy, kind of like snow-filled air. You can see the far side of the valley as well too, and some of the dark holes in the side of the valley that lead into either the abandoned mines or to the quarters in there. You see no passage and no other traffic on the far side. But you definitely get the feeling of, if not underground, you definitely get the feeling of being towered over, because the walls of the valley are very, very sheer. So it goes up, and this is not like a gentle kind of thing. This is where some force basically slashed through the earth. You would think that Clangadin himself even could have brought his massive axe through the ground, leaving this gash in the earth. So when you reach the side, and this is the road along here is no surprise, nothing new for you, Kola, or for Helda, but for the rest of you, I mean, I think it is a bit. It is a bit dizzying when you look over the side of this and see just how far down that this valley stretches. So when you reach the first point, you come around and you see the first guard post, and it's as I described. It's a squat stone structure, 2 stories, and you can see distant figures kind of moving on one of them, and you hear the sound of a horn blowing out that echoes up and down the valley. So I think your hearts are going a little bit faster in light of how fast, how the last encounter with dwarves went. And as you guys make your way up there, you see that by the time you've reached within about 50 yards of there are 5 dwarves that are out again. And these are dressed very similar to the others in heavier armor. They have shields, they have axes. And one of them steps forward and says, "All right, travel no further. Stop there. Who are you?"
Do they have the pendants?
You can't see. They're wearing fairly heavy robes over them.
I would suggest this time around we don't introduce the caravan leader, but Kola instead.
So,
All right.
so Kola,
I
what do you
thought
say?
we were saving this.
I thought so too, but it's
Well, well, see how the other dwarves reacted to her. I mean, we'll get another.
But once I announce this, my uncle's gonna know within an hour that I'm here. That's why I think I thought we were holding off on.
Okay, well, what do you guys think?
So, Helda kind of looks back and forth and says, "Ho there,
Oh, well, never mind.
we all look at each other.
just coming through,
Great.
traveling on our way through." And one of the dwarves kind of look at each other. They've got like furtive expressions on their face, and one of them looks back at you guys, and the leader again steps forward, axe still in hand, and he says, "Who's the rightful leader of this valley?" And that question kind of hangs there. The wind howling down the valley, the snow blowing around. You guys all kind of look at each other. They await your response.
Tom looks at Kola and Helga and sort of expects them to say the right thing.
I will respond. Barrack Hammerstone.
Oh my goodness.
No.
So all of them kind of look at each other, and you can see the shields go up a little bit. And the leader...
I thought that was the people that we thought had taken over.
Yeah, these guys.
They look at each other and they say, "That's it. We don't want your kind here, Hammerstone.
Show him.
Go. Get out of here.
Show him the medallions.
You'll find your kin on the far side."
Ah, now we know.
So I think there's been a misunderstanding, and I'll look to Helga and the others. We've had a run-in with the
Helga's
people on the
looking
other side.
at Cole like, "What are you doing?"
Well, I thought okay, never mind, guys. Sorry, I completely misunderstood the entire
You didn't
exchange. Then
We did not know.
I
We didn't know it
didn't
did
realise there was a
Yeah.
civil war split between East and West.
Oh, okay.
So,
We've dealt. Store will talk. We have dealt with Hammerstone's men in the way in at the end of the valley. We did not know who or what was happening, and we hoped merely to get Henga here to her tribesfolk.
Who's
Help
Helga?
where we can't. I don't know the woman. Where is she?
Helga?
I can't remember what her
On
name
the
is.
front of the car.
Helga.
Helga. All right, I'm writing
Helga.
that down right now.
Go and spread those lies to the far side, human man.
Okay, we'll kick out the drop the amulets that we stole from the others onto the ground as proof.
Okay, so you toss those in. They're about 50 yards away. And what's that?
These
We
are the
don't accept
amulets.
bribery. Try that on the far side with your kin, dwarf.
Jesus.
It's not bribery. These are the ones that the others wear. It's magical. It controls them.
Old. They kind of all look at each other. The one he says something to the other dwarves and then starts making his way forward. You know, the others, you can see now that in the second floor there are a bunch of archers or crossbowmen who have taken up position, ready to rain arrows down on you. There's probably only about 6 of them, so it's not like you're facing 30, people. But he walks up towards there and knocks it aside, knocks the snow aside from where they've fallen. And who are these from then?
As I told you, the dwarves that guarded the southern pass of the valley.
Wasn't one of their names Fargrim?
Yes.
It's known that the Hammerstones are claiming the end of the valley. But your times, what's your names? You, and he gestures at Helda.
Oh, good.
Helda, he doesn't care about you guys. He cares about the dwarves. Helda says, Helda Silverstream. And the dwarf kind of cocks his head. Are ye kin to the Dane? And she says, I am. He looks at you, Cola. And you who throws in with the Hammerstones. Are you trying to trick your way in here too? What's your name?
There's not a lick of trick or trickery behind it. I have no choice but to name who I name. This is a bad idea, guys. But I can't come up with a fake name.
I'm Cola Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell him that
Which Smith?
you don't have to agree with her.
Unfortunately, he's dumb. He had an accident with a rice picking
true.
machine down south.
He just answered us a moment ago. Quiet, you human. What's your name? You who
My
would throw
name
in
is
with
Cola. Cola Hammerstone.
Cola Hammerstone. You can see the other dwarves are getting themselves ready.
Long since gone from this valley. I left here 15 years ago now to go off and seek other adventures. And now I return, and my home, what has become of this place? I am beset by my own kinsmen at the gate, preventing me from coming in, attacking my ally, my employer, and now being questioned about my lineage, and my family is but a group of miners, lowly miners.
Oh, they're not now. I tell you that.
Well, what has changed?
Beric, in his lying tongue, has turned so many of the dwarves against the Dane. Such of the Dane now, the silver streams must hide over here, beset by the dead that haunt these mines. Every day more come, and then when they fall, they return, hunting the living again.
I'm sorry, did you just say the dead?
Oh, aye. You not know this?
I refer you to my earlier point. Did you not hear me say I've been gone for 15 years?
Oh, all right, Sire Hammerstone. Aye,
What
the
is
dead.
my uncle? What
Your
has my
brother.
dear uncle gotten to?
Well, so
My brother.
Gifted miner he may be, an orator he's turned out to be. And not more than... it all came to a head more than 2 weeks ago, when the Dane engaged in a loud public thing with Beric Hammerstone, in which Beric questioned the Dane's leadership, his loyalty to the clan, and his dedication to protecting the dwarves of the valley. And after the argument, the Beric gathered more and more dwarves coming and joining on the eastern slopes. Every day more slip away, and it seems that misfortune haunts the silver streams. It's this side, these mines now haunted by the dead. Every day more coming. And now we see the lost scion of the Hammerstones returning, claiming allegiance with his usurper uncle, and
Just hold on a second. I only used his name because my welcome committee seemed to have changed. This gave me. I was as surprised as anyone else coming home to
I
see
would have
this
thought that a
issue.
priest of Clangadin Battlehammer would Silverbeard would not shirk from direct encounters. Or do you wear that badge as a deception as well, Hammerstone?
Jesus.
You had best step off and respect the Church of Clangadin.
Oh,
How
I do.
dare you? How dare
Are you off the cart now?
I am off the cart, and I am. I'm infuriated.
Yeah.
Whatever else, what other confusion is going on here? Whatever other misunderstandings are being had? Let's make abundantly clear that I am a priest of Clangadin, and you will respect that
Okay,
church.
so like Helda, I'm picturing Cola leaping off the cart and like storming forward at this point. Helda's like, no! And the rest of you guys see this, like, Cola and this other dwarf, this guy, are like, you know, grill to grill shouting at each other at this point. Weapons
At least
out.
some things haven't changed.
Yeah. Oh, do you think then that...
I can see why he left, I say, to some of the others to the side.
So now you think you putting on the spirit of the Silverbeard. This'll convince us now, eh? Who do you think you are coming back here, Cola Hammerstone? And what's your business here? Bringing a cart and all these humans through.
These humans are allies and friends that I made along my travels. We have come a long way, we have worked together, and we have fought through a number of perils together. I consider them friends and allies. We were hired by Hilda Silverstring here to bring her back to the valley through some protection in the wilds, which apparently have also gone to shit since I've been gone. Attacking by wild wolves and yetis, she needed protection, and we offered this. My business here is my own, but my return home was requested. I received word that my mother is unwell, and that is all I know.
Wait. Who's your mother?
Danedale.
Danedale Hammerstone. Beric's sister.
Yes,
You're the nephew.
I believe I said that. Yep.
He's glaring at you. He looks back at the others. So you're not taking up arms with the Hammerstones?
I don't even know what's going on here. Let alone picking. As far as I know, the Silver Streams are still in charge. They were in charge when I left. I have no idea what the heck situation you've all gotten yourselves into now, or what my uncle has done.
Too long in the human lands, Cola Hammerstone. Do you think that it's a simple matter of changing the royal line from one to the other like one changes boots?
I don't think it's that simple at all. This is why I'm shocked. I simply said the name because the guards seemed pretty convinced that there had been a political change in this valley. So I didn't know what to make. I didn't want to cause any trouble.
The
Apparently,
change is what your uncle wants, no doubt. But you travel
we
with...
are not a people that
kin.
are we are not a people that are accustomed to change. Certainly not such rapid change. 2 weeks, you say this has been going on?
2 weeks.
That is all?
Aye. 2 weeks. The dead have haunted the mines for more than a month. But this is new. Then, a Hammerstone escorting a Silverstream and taking up arms against his kin to protect her. That does ring.
His kin attacked him first.
They technically didn't. You guys struck the first blow.
I am still
Lying.
all sorts of not comfortable with what happened.
Yeah.
And trying to. This is Cola trying to like make himself
Rationalize,
okay
yeah,
with it.
okay. So what he says, he sort of takes a step back. Where is it you want to go then? And Helda shouts out again, I simply wish to see the Dane. Get through, that's it. We don't have any part in this. And the guard says, oh, you might soon. You've a very little plan. Be warned, we have not taken up arms against the Hammerstones yet. Though if they've taken up arms against you trying to enter this valley, it seems that Beric's made his intentions clear and seeks to gain that in blood, though it may cost dwarven blood as well. You, and he says back to Helda, if you're kin, will you bring a message to your lord then? She says, oh, aye. And will you trust this lot? If you've been traveling with him without your will, against your will. And she says, no, none of that. None of that. We want no part. These are good men. And women. And he looks at Grim.
Grim shakes his head.
So he looks at you again, Kola. And he says, Kola Hammerstone, my name is Vondal Trollbleeder. And I will take you at your word. Your forge clearly burns hot, and I apologize for mistaking you for one not taken up with the Silverbeard. I pray your forgiveness and his benediction on our clan in this troubled time.
Vondal Trollbeleader, I will accept and offer my own apologies for the misunderstandings and my hasty invocation of a name based on very little information. I am very troubled by what I'm finding upon my return, and likewise, I hope Clangeddon can restore some sense and sensibility to the entire valley.
Sure.
Let's see what we can do to I will see what I can do to learn more, and if I can help perhaps even sway my uncle to reason, I will make the effort.
Aye. If word gets back that they're taken up, though, the battle standards will fly. Though with the threat coming from the mines, I worry. We may not have the men to spare. So many are thrown in with Beric and that damnable black ice of his. Promises are riches.
What do you know about this black ice?
Not much. New from this. Beric, his riches were made from that. Something new, they said. Discovered deep in the mines. Or so he says. A dangerous place. Only he returned.
Very well. If we have your leave.
I will not obstruct your hold. And he looks back at his the rest of his like the guard contingent, and he asks for one of them to, he goes back and he scribbles something down on a scroll. While you guys are waiting around, the rest of the dwarves are all kind of eyeballing you guys, and then he hands off a hands a note or a scroll tube, I guess, to her, and asks her to deliver that to Stokely Silverstream, and otherwise he then Vondel, when you guys are ready to pass, says, then if you encounter any furthers along here, I suggest you don't try and conceal your allegiance. If you remain true to the Silverstreams and to the true Dane of the dwarves, of the Dwarven Valley, you best announce that and not simply try to trick your way past.
How, if I can trouble you for one more question, how did he already give this? How much sway has my uncle managed to lure his way?
Not as much as we'd like. He's taken up refuge in Battlehammer Hold with those who remain true. But those who remain true, we find our homes more and more beset by these things crawling up from the mines. Dead things.
Okay. Sorry, maybe I was unclear. I'd been asking him how much sway has
Your uncle, but
my uncle, yeah.
He's taken up in a place he now deems the halls of black ice on the far side, near south of Brunner's Climb. He describes the location to you, and it's basically 5 on the map. Where number 5 is the halls of black ice. All of his men.
Is that near my home?
It is like your home. You're not. You've got a probably not a manor, but like a region that you guys would live in, a family home. But it's not sprawling like the Hammerstones are not part of the aristocracy or whatever. Like it's a meager thing. So it's not really. It's actually closer to the to sort of what would be the day-to-day kind of like government area for the dwarves. Battlehammer Hold, where the Silverstreams have taken up, is really like an ancient stronghold kind of thing that has associations. It's closer to the temples, so it's got more of that, it's got more of that traditional association with it. But the halls of black ice are. It's going to be, you would have to basically make your way through most of the community in order to actually reach there and then get him in there. But what Vondel tells you is that all of his men are equipped with black ice, weapons made of black ice, and even armor made of black ice. That's Barrack Hammerstone. Basically girds himself in armor made of black ice.
Delightful.
Yes. So, is there anything further you want to get from these guys here, or ask these guys, or are you guys?
No, but we will pick up the amulets we dropped in the snow carefully by picking them up with an arrow or a spear butt rather than touching them.
Personally, I think we should just destroy them and not bring them with us anymore.
Yeah,
It seems like
if you're working them like iron, you're going to need a forge to like melt them, and you're still going to have the actual substance.
Yeah, it's like
and then
not
it's
gonna be
got a pet
simple to
dragon
destroy.
who can effectively vaporize it.
Yeah, the stuff is tough as steel. Like, it's not a matter of just like taking a hammer to it or something like that. If one of you guys, you certainly have enough of these things to test that theory onto, but it's like you say, it maybe like deforms it a slight amount. But this shit is tough as steel.
yeah.
So, what about the rest of the guys? Any thoughts here?
Cola, do we need anything to the next guard tower or group of guards that we can pass? Or are we just gonna have to go through this every time?
Based on what Vondel said, we should be okay if Hilda and I are true about our allegiances and our true identities, and are just honest. It sounds like the rest of the guards. It sounds like the Dane still does actually control the valley. My uncle.
At least one side of it.
It's not a 50-50 split in terms of like it's not one guard tower is going to be the baddies.
Yeah. No, I'm just wondering if
Yeah, I think we'll
if
be
we
okay.
stay on the west, I think we're okay. I think it's if we go up the other side, we're in trouble.
so. There's no need to go through the abandoned side section. Then.
No, we can just go straight up to the next guard post and take a left.
Certainly be more direct.
So Kev, that check I just made was because cantrips can detect if something is magic. They can't tell you what it is. That's what I wanted to do on the amulet.
No. That is too much. That's duplicating a detect magic spell.
No, that's what it says in the book.
I don't give a shit what it says in the book.
Okay,
you're
fair
not, like I said, it's not duplicating any existing spell. Detect magic.
It doesn't, but it doesn't tell you what it does. It just says it's magic or not. Yes or no. That's all. That's what it says.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So
I
then
think we got that.
there is a faint. Yeah, this is definitely there is an enchantment on this stuff.
Okay. All right.
We already knew that anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, figured, but I mean,
Yeah.
it might be non-magical. That's the only thing I'm thinking. It
Okay.
might be some-
So remember, you have 5 cantrips per day as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
okay.
well, then you start making checks.
Yeah,
that
then it's
discount
penalty to your
penalties.
checks, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then,
Okay.
what do you guys want to do next?
Travel up north, I
Straight ahead, I
suppose.
think, and then take a left to the hold.
Add them up and move them out.
All right. So then the
About 3 miles. Yeah.
yeah, so it took you about it was about a half-hour discussion with the dwarves, probably about an hour of delay, just talking to these guys. So you were able to carry on, and it's very much the same terrain that you're passing along to, withering, heights, well above or dizzying heights, I should say, from looking down into the valley below. You're getting further and further away from the far side too, as the valley walls are splitting apart, so you probably can't even see the other side at this point. It's just a haze of white hanging in the air. But one thing that does remain present the entire time is the wind whipping at your face, coming from the and this is from the direction of the Ragged Glacier as well too. So it's blowing right down and then right across this. So this cuts right through all of you guys. It is not a pleasant pass, and it also makes the pass quite icy as well too. So there is a little bit of having to watch where you step as you make your way along. It is about another, let's see here, it's another about 2.5 or 3 hours before you reach the next waypoint. And the thing repeats itself too. You see guards come out of one of those low structures, and they ask you who is the rightful leader in this valley. What do you guys answer?
They want to hear from dwarves, Cola.
You're muted.
Sorry.
Not Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Well,
this
unless we all
time.
say it immediately.
Yeah. This time I will say Silverstream. Dane Silverstream.
Dane Silverstream. Then they agree, and they let you on
I
your
was
way.
Worried for a second.
There's a
that
bit
he
of
was he's gonna
like back and
flip
forth.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's a bit of back and forth with the dwarves to similar to what the other ones. They've clearly been kind of entrenched here for the last couple of days, and I think all of us know what it's like to be stuck in one place for a couple of days. So the siege mentality that they have here, it means that once they realize you guys are allies, or at least presenting as allies, they're very eager to talk about like what's happened. If you tell them about what happened at the entrance to the valley, they are pretty pissed off about that, and are shocked that the Hammerstones have taken up arms against the allies of the Silverstreams. So that's troubling, but it doesn't take it's only really another like half an hour of winding path until you reach the final one, and then if you repeat that same process too, you're actually brought in and escorted before inside the community, and brought before the what do you call it, Dane Stokely Silverstream as well. Now give me 1 second here. I think I forgot.
I kind of love that his name is Stokely.
Yeah. This is so the adventure itself was where is it here? It was written I think what's his name? Yeah, the design includes Bob Salvatore. He's the primary designer, so the guy who created Icewind Dale and Crystal Shard and all those things, like he's the main designer for this adventure.
Nice.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
I love that game.
Oh, the what do you call it?
Icewind Dale.
Yeah, the Icewind Dale game is pretty awesome. I meant the region, not the game. The game was made by Obsidian, I think.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, it was a follow-up
really?
to what do you call it? To Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's actually 2 Icewind Dale games, I believe.
Is there really?
And an add-on pack for another
I
one.
might have that one.
Yeah, the first one was based loosely on second edition rules, and the second one was based on third edition.
Well, the neat thing with the Icewind Dale games is it wasn't made by BioWare. It was made by ex-employees who had set up their own company.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Connect. Okay, sorry, I was getting the
Bean Dog?
portrait. I think it was Obsidian Tower or something like it, or Obsidian something or other. I think they're
Yeah,
the
it was
same
Obsidian.
guys. Yeah, same guys who made the second.
Neverwinter Nights.
Well, they also made the second Knights of the Old Republic game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
which I've played as well.
Although that one was.
I saw it on Steam, and it looks like it's the same group that did like Torment and all that. But I'm seeing publisher and developer as Beamdog, not as Obsidian.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah, that's
later.
they did a new one in the enhanced edition. So.
While you're looking something up there, Kev, between the last gate and this gate before we arrive,
Yeah.
Bruin wants to say something to Cola.
Of course.
He approaches Cola and he says, if what the dwarves have been saying is true, and your uncle has built armor for himself of this black ice, and is sitting in some kind of chamber filled with it, I'm afraid there won't be any reasoning with him. If the magic of one amulet is so powerful, I can't imagine the effect of that much black ice.
I take a deep sigh. My voice gets very quiet. I agree. I merely told them that I would try to reason with him out of a sense of camaraderie. Well, I don't know. But I fear what you say is true.
No,
And
I thought so, but I just wanted to make sure you were ready for what we may encounter if we head all the way to your uncle.
I don't think I'll ever be ready to face what might lie ahead. At this point, I am praying that it is only my uncle within my family that is fallen to this black ice, this insanity. I pray that my mother. Now I don't even know why I received the letter that my mother was ill. What if that too was a ruse? What if? And then if so, why try to bring me back here? I don't know what to think about any of this, and I'm deeply troubled.
You are the firstborn, right?
I can be.
I say sacrificing the firstborn.
Bruin pulls out a.
Great, thanks, Ken.
Bruin pulls out one of many little flasks he's got hidden, and he offers a sip to Cola.
Yeah, hello, Cola.
This may help, friend. Yeah, actually, he says keep the flask. Gives him one of his little flasks.
Okay.
I'll accept it. Thank you, Bruin. As I hate to bring you all into what appears to be troubles that have come about because of my own kin.
Well, trouble
I'm
seems
not
to
bringing.
be following us lately, Cola. I don't think it's your doing.
Well, hopefully we can do something to remedy it.
Let's hope.
Okay. Guys, I see we're at our mid-session right now, so why don't we take our mid-session break, and then we will deal with your audience with Dane Stokely Silverstream.
All right.
Okay. So back, for those listening at home, we're back momentarily.
Apparently, it was Black Isle, not Obsidian.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, but Obsidian, the guys from Obsidian did do a bunch of games. They did a bunch of stuff like follow-up games, Neverwinter Nights 2, so it's another really good crop of developers.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sad thing is we're never going to get an Icewind Dale 2 Enhanced Edition. The reason is they lost the core program they need to remake the game. They only have the final product left.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
and Kev's, it's technically kind of Obsidian because it's the guys that were in Black Isle that created the games, and then they went on to create Obsidian. So, yeah. I'll get some drinks.
been a pretty interesting session so far. What did you guys think?
Oh yeah, totally. There's a lot of trouble here.
Well, that's why they need adventurers.
Yeah.
I definitely want to save the dwarves because the dwarves don't forget. If you save the dwarves, then you're going to have allies for as long as the dwarves exist.
Well, it definitely makes sense to help the dwarves.
Yeah, and we got to deal with undead now, though. Ugh. This might be a good time to pick a racial enemy. I don't know. I'm pretty much going to list out the monsters that I fought and almost killed me by the time I hit level 2, and then I'll pick from there.
Yeah, right now it's looking like wolves.
Yeah.
Can you pick wolves?
I can pick, I like Winter Wolf as an option for Arctic areas, but I'm thinking I can pick wolves.
That's funny.
It's usually a specific type of creature like Frost Giant or White Dragon, Ice Toad. It's like a specific racial enemy. I don't see undead on the list.
Well, undead seems too vague.
Yeah.
If it's so specific, right? Like it would be like.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any like specific undead listed, so.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, like not even.
Yeah. And you know, Frost Giant sounds cool, but how am I going to put that into a backstory? Well, I hate Frost Giants. Let's shoot him in the knee. Although if I had been around for the Yeti fights, I might have just picked Yetis.
Well, I was gonna say, Yetis is possibly a good choice.
This isn't what I expected, but I think maybe easier than what it was looking like.
Depends on how much undead Cat throws at us.
Well, if they're plagued every day and there's more every day, I think that number is infinite.
So it seems like this dude found this black ice and has like been possessed by something.
Sounds like we're playing Dragon Age.
Not some lich.
Well, and maybe it's connected somehow to the Winter Witch stuff. I don't know.
Maybe they introduced it.
Okay, everyone's back. Awesome. It's Dave. Did you step outside during the break?
Outside?
Yeah.
Nope. Why?
'Cause it's fucking gorgeous outside right now.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to go up to like 17 today. So
Oh
I'm like,
my god.
ooh.
Yeah, it's crazy. Go ahead.
Just to clarify something, Kev, you were kind of technically correct though too. It's the same guys from Black Isle who became Obsidian, like Fergus Urquhart and Josh Sawyer and those guys. So it's the same developers. They just left Interplay because of the financial problems, created their own.
Got it. Okay.
Obsidian Entertainment, and yeah.
I think I watch a lot of those like Death of a Game or whatever videos. So I've no doubt that's lurking around in my brain somewhere, and I just confuse it all. All right,
Totally.
so then let's quickly check in the chat here too. Howdy, Brian. Ice King cast magic missile, of course. Howdy, unimportant hero. Ack, what's shaking? Shadows over Stars, my favorite video game. Yeah, that's we have actually Dave and I have a mutual, and Jeff have a mutual friend who sunk most of his student loan into that game in first year university as Brent.
I don't think I've played that.
Which one?
It's a side scroll. If it's the one I'm thinking of, Shadows over Mystara is like a side scroller. It's the D&D game.
Oh, I don't like side scrollers. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's a beat 'em up, kind of like the old Ninja Turtles game.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you don't like those? Okay.
Yeah. Ack, what's shaking?
And bullet hell games, I hate those too.
All right. So, guys, what you're brought in for? So you're brought through the dwarven, through the actual community too, and it is a beautifully designed, like it's all carved inside. All the rooms are carved, and all the structures are carved inside each of the levels of the mine. The ceiling probably goes up about 50 or 60 feet throughout all of it. It's lit everywhere with magical illumination. Everywhere has a very solid but homey, like you would never think that this was a mine at any point. And he finally brings you to the guards who escort you in, bring you into the actual hall that is Battlehammer Hold, and it honestly looks like it still has the quality of a fortress to it. Not a huge one, mind you, but like a place you would be able to hold against a siege from underground. You pass these massive stone doors that lay open, that go into this massive forge in the middle of it. And mingling with his people in there is someone who, Cola, you would recognize this. This is Dane Stokely Silverstream. So one of the guards goes running over and speaks to one of his functionaries, who then speaks to the Dane, who then turns and comes over towards you guys. And his attention at first is focused on Cola and Helda. And he walks up and says, "Greetings, welcome to Battlehammer Hold. Cousin, well met to you. I'm glad to hear that you made your way safely through the travails of the valley and the perfidy of the Hammerstones." And he looks at you. "You, priest of Clangadin, are you? Did you escape the fall of the temple then? Have you been wandering and met up with them?"
Would my liege be the correct?
He's not a king. He's a Dane. So if you say Dane Silverstream,
that would be sufficient.
Yeah.
Okay. Dane, I must apologize. I am returning to the valley after many years away, and I'm apparently completely unaware of recent troubles that our people are experiencing. I do not know of the fall of the temple. This is alarming news.
Forgive me, son. This has been recent news as well to me. Recent news to us as well. Another unfortunate development. Another misfortune piled on our existing misfortunes. What's your name then, priest? You are an Allegor?
That I am.
Aye.
I am Cola. We didn't do his father's name.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm Cola Hammerstone.
He looks a little surprised by it.
Yes.
Hammerstone.
Yes.
To travel this far, then, I take it you're aware of the disagreements we have with your clan and your kin, then?
I have but learned of them upon my return.
And these who are with you, the elves and humans, they're your traveling companions?
They are.
Then,
Trusted
Come.
friends and allies, all of them.
if you travel this far across the dale and through the valley, please come and share a drink. Tell me of what... tell me of the troubles from elsewhere, and I will tell you what's happened with your kin and our valley. So he brings you over, and there's there's servants who bring over, even though in these difficult times the guy's still treated like like the royalty he is. You guys are each provided a drink and some food, as well. And he says, "So, you travelled here from Bryn Shander then? With my kin, with Hilda. She tells me you defeated Yeti. And these Yeti were in the streets of Bryn Shander."
This is all true.
Is that what things have come to? Yeti stalking the streets of the seat of the High Speaker?
It would seem so.
Oy.
No one understands why.
This whole region may be accursed then. What are you here for then, you lot? You've come at a poor time if you come to seek opportunities to escort out. With the way the mines are at present, we see no shipments leaving anytime soon, unless you count that damned black ice that Beric insists on exporting.
No, in fact, we come seeking allies. Your words that the whole area is accursed are true. We are in conjunction with the Elk tribe of the Rhaegar even now, and hope to help you, the dwarves, in the coming battle.
Oh, there is a battle coming then. What do you mean? Do you know something I don't?
Well, there is a White Witch. There are troubles in Bryn Shander. Everything is coming to an head. It seems like a conjunction of power. Surely we'll need help, and the more of us that strive for good, that gather together, the better off we'll be.
Those other troubles of which you speak, do they involve the walking dead? Those that crawl themselves back from their graves?
Not yet. I look to my companions and say, did Hengar say something of the Walking Dead?
I don't recall.
I don't recall either.
He did not.
I don't recall either.
But this very well might be related to the black ice. We haven't seen that except here either.
We have heard of your troubles with the Walking Dead. Perhaps we could help with that.
Help would be appreciated. Though it seems I've spoken to my wise men and women, and what they say is that the plague of dead that beset our minds, they're not spread by a plague or by some kind of infestation. What they say is that there is a will behind it, a necromancer, bringing back good dwarves from their eternal and well-deserved rest to hunt and feed on the living. If there is a necromancer behind such things, he must lurk, or she must lurk in the mines at some point. If ye can bring me the head of that necromancer and bring it into that plague, so as that we might focus on that damned hammerstone, we will pay handsomely.
How handsomely?
We'll pay you. Bring me the head of that necromancer, and I'll pay you 250 gold, mined from these very hills.
And a keg of your finest ale.
Oh, I'll throw in 4.
To celebrate. To celebrate.
You can have 4 of them if you bring
Lex
me
is
the
looking
head of
at-
this necromancer.
Lex is looking at Brune and seeing if his eyes are going all wide.
Oh, yeah.
His is not the only one.
That's great.
Hammerstone, if I might have a word. He asks you to come aside. What do you know of your uncle?
I mean, obviously everything that I thought I knew about my uncle seems to be kind of out of date.
I take it that you don't know of this black ice that he has brought to us this past month.
First I heard of it was through your kin, Helda. She approached us in Bryn Shander asking or wanting to learn more about it. It was the first
aye.
I had heard of it.
It is the popular trend now. A new thing brought by Beric. He brought it in. Though he pauses for a moment and he looks like he's struggling with something. I fear that I may have handled my disagreement with him at the thing poorly. I take it
Why
that
would you say that?
you've seen this black ice then. I take it I'm assuming you guys have, told him about the whatever, the, like, ill, effect that it seemed to have on the others?
Yeah.
And your suspicions? Okay. So I share those. When it was first brought to me, I knew there was something wrong about it. Yet, the thought that this would corrupt Beric first occurred to me only after we'd had our words. He may be a victim of this as well, as much as those who have fallen under his sway, with the malign influence of that black ice.
It speaks volumes to your wisdom as a leader that this is your line of thinking, that you have the capacity in these difficult times to see the possibility that your opponents may themselves be victims to a greater evil.
Cola, I know what this... It may seem, and my people need an easily identified enemy to avoid losing what little nerve they have left. The temple has fallen. The dead walk the halls of Maradan, Kleinedin, Dumathoin. But I wish no dwarven blood spilled. I wish there be an accord. If he has fallen, if your uncle has fallen under the sway of this, I fear any further interaction with me will only lead to blood. Dwarven blood. But if you and your friends can bring this to a peaceful resolution, I swear we will reward you with greater than what you could manage, more money than they can carry, and eternal friendship with the clan Battlehammer.
At this point, Dane, I'm honored and I am grateful for your trust, especially given my relations. We'll try to do this, although I must confess at this point I am hoping to merely be able to restore some sanity to my clan, my family. I worry particularly about my mother and what has befallen her in all of this, but I fear that if I can share this secretly with you, I fear that my uncle may be beyond saving.
If the infection has brought him Beyond the point of redemption, there may be hope for others in his clan. He kind of puts his hand on your shoulder, nods and says, thank ye. Then take rest, take drink, plan, and find that necromancer. So, while that's happening, the rest of you guys had an opportunity to sort of, drink and have some food and talk to the rest, like other dwarves that are kicking around the area here. There are, members of the Watch that are here. There are members of the merchant community. There are some religious people as well too. So you can feel free to prompt whatever kind of conversations you want. Hobbs, I saw you talking a moment ago. I think you might be muted. So I saw your lips moving, but
No, I was eating.
oh. So, Mo, you are muted though. Sorry. Anyone else while Mo's getting his voice working again?
See what anyone thinks or heard about this this necromancer, if they know where, and where is the temple at in relation to us that it's overrun with undead?
So the temple is at number 4. That's what Kola had mentioned, where he apprenticed as an Allegor, as a priest of Clanged and Silverbeard. That place is, they're saying it has been abandoned because of the amount of the Walking Dead that bedeviled the area.
We're at number 6 right now.
Say again?
We're at number 6 right now.
You're at number 6 right now, yes.
Okay.
And what he says, what you guys have find out is, by talking to the rest of the folks, is that there have been several mining expeditions that have encountered the dwarven, risen corpses, the risen dead. Most of them have occurred in the northwestern part of the mines, including the most recent and devastating attack that left no survivors. That is close to... So the way that the dwarves work is they'll dig themselves down into an area, and then they'll use that as a nexus for spreading out other, shafts to figure out where, the riches of the earth can be uncovered. Number 7 is the most recent nexus, and that seems to be around the region where most of these attacks have occurred. One interesting tidbit is that the dwarves who... the first wave of the zombies, or risen dead or whatever, obviously all of these are dwarves. They are members of the community. They're people they would recognize. And the first wave that attacked seemed to come from Kelvin's Cairn. And there is community, in addition to mining the Dwarf Valley. I remember Kelvin's Cairn is the big mine, or big mountain to the northeast. And the dwarves work those areas as well too. Those are more like working from the surface down into the mountain itself. Interestingly, Kola, the last you heard, that's where your uncle works as well. He was working amongst the communities, working in Kelvin's Cairn. So if you were to try and track these things down, they don't know what your plan is here, whether you're just going to keep, try and keep killing the Walking Dead until they return, until they, arrive. But the biggest activity, or the most active area, appears to be around the Nexus.
So that's number 7?
That's right, yeah. Oh, Mo, what were you trying to ask before? We hear you again now.
No, I just thinking, I think my laptop's turning off the USB when it's not in use, stupidly.
Okay.
So I think that might be what's causing it. Yeah, I was going to suggest that we rest maybe and go out tomorrow and have a recce. But ideally, we want to try and track these things back and see if there's a point where they're emanating from, rather than just going out and killing some more. But if we can find out where they're coming from. And also this fallen temple, is the temple infested by the undead as well?
They say, yeah,
Like,
to the point where they that the dwarves have basically abandoned use of it right now. There's so many of them that seem to be going around. They haven't overtaken it, but they've been attacked so often that they're somehow either making their way in there or whatever, that they've just sealed off the area.
And you said this is the temple where Kola was trained.
Correct.
Originally. Okay.
Kola,
So
could
I'm
there be?
assuming-
Sorry, Jeff. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming like Kola really wants to go there and cleanse this place. Then.
So do I. That's what Stora wants to do. I think that would be a boon to the morale of the people of Battlehammer Hold here.
That and perhaps there's allies there or dwarves that are trapped that can join the general fight.
Okay, that
Yeah,
seems like a plan.
for sure.
Would any of the dwarven clerics, presumably they managed to escape, they're not all dead or undead, could help us with things like holy water?
They may be able to spare a couple vials of holy water, but they've got what they would be willing to do is to offer you 6 healing potions for sort of getting yourselves through this. Otherwise, like they're kind of having to, they're having to sort of keep themselves and their people safe. So you can take 2 vials of holy water, and you can take 6 healing potions, and distribute those amongst your characters.
I still have one on me, so
I still have half a healing potion.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've burned all mine.
Yeah,
And also, presumably, we're not going to go out straight away because, given my sorry armor class, I'd like to see if I can get a better suit of armor.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you can pay for if you've got the money for it. Then yes.
Well, I think Helga owes us some. I've got some. I was thinking something like a.
Well, they're not.
step
So here's the
up-
thing: they're
step
not
up leather.
prompting. You guys showed up out of nowhere. You have.
Oh
if
no,
you-
we'd pay for it, but
Yep.
they have the stocks there. If we say,
Yep. Yep. Whatever's in the player's
say,
handbook, you can access at the prices in the player's handbook.
in that case, just me.
Did we get paid by Helga yet?
Yes.
No.
She'll pay you when. Yeah. She'll pay you when you arrive here.
Oh, so that's
Okay,
Okay.
we arrived there.
Yeah. So you got here, yeah. If what you guys ask about is getting yourself stocked up, then absolutely she'll pay you, and she is paying you. Let's see here.
Is it 15 gold each?
I think that's right.
25 actually. I've got in the book,
Is it? Hold on. Let's see.
in the player's notes.
Party notes here.
Hold
Oh
on.
yeah, 25 gold each to travel with Helga Silverstream.
All right, cool.
Well, that's what it says in our notes.
Yep. Then that's what she'll pay you. Hey, sweetie.
Perfect. Okay.
Cool.
I'll put a cross out, strike out, and then
All right. So how much gold did we just get per player?
25.
Yeah, buddy, we're rich.
I'm retiring.
I can't wait.
Seems
to
like there's
watch
lots of
Dwarves.
property available in the Dwarven Valley, so
Yeah, true.
yeah,
cut right
we
prices.
just buy a little place.
Oh
hunker
no.
down.
The only place I can afford to buy a home is in a fantasy world. A game.
I think that's pretty classic.
A truly escapist fantasy.
Yeah,
Haunted
exactly.
one at that.
How much is
Yeah,
a composite
well,
longbow?
hey.
How much is, sorry?
How much is a composite longbow?
Be in the player's handbook.
100, I believe.
Okay, money and equipment. Here we go.
I'm gonna put the date it was paid to the characters who are not here.
Bruin is willing to trade gold for future portions of dwarven ale cakes.
Just save your gold then, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you don't want it, but other people want to buy stuff.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Okay. So what else? Anything else you guys wish to do here? Where you've arrived? It's the 28th of Atlant. You can ask the Dane. He's certainly approachable, so you can ask him any further information, or you can hit up other people, or you can just plan. What's the plan here, guys?
So correct me if I'm wrong, but Cola cannot turn undead.
Cola cannot turn undead. No. Falco, who's your?
I can.
Okay.
Let's just double check.
Well, I am a ranger cleric, I think. So.
Oh,
wait,
you're a
maybe
ranger
not.
cleric, so you're not a specialty priest?
Oh no, I am a cleric of Solinar.
Yeah. So no, you're a specialty priest of Solinar.
Yeah, let me.
So hold
let me
on.
look that up.
So
I got here, John. Just give me a sec here.
Wait, yeah, you sent me a picture of it.
Let's see here. Solinar. There's Dimethoin.
I think-
132. Okay. Because it's in the description. I don't know if I sent you a picture of the church.
Yeah, you sent me a picture of the.
You
specialty-
cannot turn undead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't see it listed there. So.
No, it's weird in the books. It lists the whether you can turn undead and whether you can command undead under the church rather than the actual specialty priest. We're looking at deities and or demi-human deities.
I suppose I got my weapon specialization because I lost that. So.
Yeah, that's kind of like the command ability that Cola gets. They get that in lieu of turn undead.
Okay.
So
I don't get it before 7th level, but I will say to answer Hobbs, I do get a +2 on attack and damage rolls against undead creatures, so that might be helpful.
Well, I wasn't questioning the helpfulness of Cola. What I was thinking is perhaps there would be someone, one of the clerics here, who can turn undead, who would be willing to accompany us.
Oh, right.
No, they're unfortunately they need to keep the people, the ones that remain. They're staying here to keep the community safe. This is what's keeping in some small way what's keeping the undead at bay, and they're not putting the community at risk just so you can make some money from the Dane.
I understand.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like I wasn't that happy the way Grim asked for the money, honestly. I'm more interested in saving things that mercenary, whatever he is. Right?
Okay.
Would it be possible to get an advance on the Dane's?
What is it that you need to buy, Thomas, that you don't have money for?
Chainmail. I've got 62, and I'd need 75.
I told you.
I'll dice you for it.
Bruin would offer money in trade for your future.
Little stock
shares of
trading here.
Dwarven ale.
I hear ale futures are really good right now.
Yeah, they are. When you got 4 kegs on the way.
Okay.
Store will pitch in 5 gold pieces of no need to recompense for chainmail for Thomas.
Okay.
Quit
You know-
outbidding me, store.
Yeah, no, if Kevin allows, I'll definitely help.
You guys are willing to give money to each other, that's fine. The only time I really prevent that is when people are playing more than one character and they try and loan money amongst their characters. That's the only time I have issues with it.
Well, no, I mean,
Is that like
Well, I'd need
transferring
13
funds from?
gold, effectively, to do it.
Is that like transferring funds from a line of credit to pay your credit card?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give 20 gold to Thomas if he wants it.
Okay, that's easier.
Do you have enough for your bow,
who was
though,
that? I
Falcro?
didn't quite see the.
Oh no, wait a minute.
Bruin's
no,
muttering under his breath. Bunch of degenerate.
question, I have a longbow and that's 75. Could I get that half in trade and then buy the composite from that?
You can get 1/10 the cost of your...
1/10. Okay, let me
Yeah.
calculate that. I might not be able to give him that much then.
Yeah. When you're selling gear, you get 1/10 the cost of it. That's it.
Okay,
They have can I buy Greek fire here? Or is that a little bit out of there?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I can give Thomas 5 gold.
So Store took one of the healing potions. I don't know what happened to the rest, but we should have like Grim. You should have a healing potion and some of the holy water to throw. It gives you something to do.
Tom? Tom, do you have a dex...
I'll take a holy water.
Hold on, guys. Tom, do you have a dex modifier to your AC?
I might have. I'm 16. Hang on. Where's my character sheet hiding?
Yes.
Yeah, you'd have a -2 then.
Yeah, it's 2.
-2? Okay. So then Thomas's AC is now a 2.
Sweet.
Pretty good.
No, 3.
should've-
Sorry, if it's 2 modifier, it's a 3. Because
Yeah.
Chain is a 5. Okay.
Oh wow, chain is expensive.
Yes, it is.
I learned from the previous battle. I need to stay the heck away from combat. Leather. That was a mistake during combat character generation.
You should carry some of the holy water too. Then, well, but your bonus only helps you in combat. You should buy some chain armor.
I don't. I only have the 25 gold.
Well,
chain is 75.
Yeah, we're gonna pitch in and get it for you.
Are we spending the
I
night
don't know
before we leave, or are we just
Yes.
going right there? Okay, so because I need to retrain my spell.
If we could get it refitted, you could take my studded leather, which is better than nothing.
Just get the 2 gold pieces. You get off 10% of that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give up the 2%, the 2 gold if we're just swapping.
Would we have enough for everything that we want to buy though, between all of us?
Honestly, if he already has a longbow, the addition of the composite longbow isn't the same as the addition of another upfront combat fighter, because we don't have hardly any other than Store, really. It seems like most of the group wants to just shoot arrows other than Store.
I'm half decent in combat if I don't get overwhelmed by 5 wolves.
Right, I understand that, but you're way better with a bow.
Wait, was that addressed to me?
No, that was the best Store.
And
Madison,
you
fucking prick.
The 2 attacks I made in melee were an 18, a 2 and a 3 that I roll on the dice. So
I can fight.
Dead for sure.
I can fight up front, but I only using swords, so I might need to get a bludgeoning weapon to.
Yeah, Thomas was going to point out
and
that I'm dead.
I
might need a mace, which is fairly cheap.
when a little bug
We have
hit me
sword
up.
weapons. What?
Well, I mean, if it's possible to get me some chain, I can be a more upfront fighter. I mean, my weapons are all melee.
I can pitch
other than of course my healing, but
10 gold pieces towards Cola's chain. Let's go, people. Spread out the money.
I've already done what I could. I got me a better bow and gave some money away.
I'll give Cole a 10. I can give you 20. Make up for
That's
Falcaro
30.
not being able to.
Grim, let's go.
How many do you need? 10?
He needs as much as you can. He needs 40 more.
I have 25.
All right, so
I need
that's-
50. I would need 50 additional total. We've got 30.
So we need
Alright,
20
I'm gonna-
more.
I'll give
You
you.
are camping Helga's stuff and the stuff we got from guarding the warehouse.
Yeah, he didn't.
I did not.
low.
Wait. What about the warehouse? I didn't.
wasn't-
I don't think I missed last session, right? So was there money from that?
There was.
Yeah, I think the
Well,
wall.
we divided it equally, didn't we? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bryn walks up to Cola and he says he gives him the gold he needs. What?
Alright.
How much is it? 20?
Yeah, 20 more.
And he
Hold
says,
on, I can give. I want to give him some.
Well, if Cola's still got some of his own from the warehouse, I don't want you guys giving me a whole bunch. Like you don't need
It
to.
should say on the party loot how much we got from the
Yeah,
warehouse.
I'm looking
"Okay, well,
there
you
now.
tell me how much you need." Bruin gives it to you, and he says, "I trust you'll do the right thing when the ale arrives."
Great. The only mention of the gold is 25 each from the speaker in session 2 for killing Yeti.
Right, we've got Donovan was going to pay us 150
But-
GP.
But
the warehouse.
that 25 should be in my pool already then. So, and it wasn't.
So he's got 25 from Helga, and we got 10 from, or 15 from Donovan.
Okay, so I'm at 65. I only need 10 in total then.
All right, I already
Everybody.
gave it to you then. Then we're done.
Then we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Sorry. Good.
Okay, so you got yourself equipped with dwarven chain as well.
I will get some dwarven chain.
Nice.
Cool.
Ooh,
Good,
Can we
good.
ask whether there's a spare sort of house room we could leave our more heavy stuff while we go out and
Yeah,
search
absolutely.
for these?
Helda is definitely taking up residence, or like going to be residing here for a while. So if you need someone to like watch your shit, she can definitely take care of that for you. Okay, so then, are you guys spending the evening here as well?
Yeah, I
that
think
what I
so.
heard?
'Cause It's going to take a few hours to get the chain fitted and
Is anybody?
Drinking with the dwarfs.
Okay. So they, when you tell them about the developments outside, they are a little disheartened and a little, I guess, relieved that it's not just the dwarves that are, having such bad luck. That there may be something larger at play here that is causing problems for the entire Icewind Dale. I mean, it doesn't make their burden any easier to carry necessarily, but knowing that there's other people in the region that are going through a similar, problem, that definitely helps them. Okay, hold up, guys. All right. Is there anything else you wish to do this evening before? Let's see here. Ooh, fantastic. Okay, now I need to quickly grab your tokens here, guys.
I think I'm gonna buy a footman's mace. Oh, 15 pounds.
Does Grim have a detect magic
He does. Yeah.
studied right now, though?
No.
Okay. I was just thinking, maybe it would be interesting to look around and see if anyone else has any black ice here.
He also has identify as well.
That won't help us, though. All right, we'll see what happens.
Second edition identify. We'll talk to you at 5th level and see if you can figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that how it works? Okay.
Now
There's a 10% chance per level.
Oh, well then, yeah.
the mines, of course, are not going to be lit, guys. So if you want to purchase any, if you don't have torches, you may want to invest in that.
Yeah, I've got some torches and a hooded lantern.
Great.
And actually, I've got some oil,
Okay.
lamp oil.
Okay.
So I think I had 10. I'm not sure. No, I think I've got 10 unused torches and 4 pints of lamp oil and a hooded lantern.
Hooded lantern. Okay.
Are we going to be staying indoors for the most part?
Be my assumption.
I'm just wondering, can we leave our winter clothes and stuff with Helga? The blankets and the extra clothing and stuff, just save on some weight.
Seems like it'd be pretty cold here.
Yeah.
In between,
we
it
don't
might
need
be
to take
cold.
our tents and stuff like that.
I also have a couple wax candles and a bullseye lantern.
Okay.
That helps.
So who is, as you guys are going to be making your way into the mines tomorrow, who will be taking the lead here?
So I don't think there's going to be a lot of traps as long as we're in. So, I mean, Store's happy to take the lead.
I thought it was the temple, Cola's temple, we're going to go to first.
We're still traveling to the mines.
To the
Mines to
temple
get-
first. Okay.
Oh, I see. It's not nearby. Oh, I see. So it's
Yeah, I'll walk. I'll be up front with store.
Okay. So guys, now that we're doing, going into the dark here, I'm adjusting some, what do you call it? The
dynamic lighting.
Yeah,
Well,
dynamic lighting
we've
for
got
everyone to make sure you can only see
two
what
players
your
up
character can see.
front. I'll play Taylor and Charlie and be like the rear guard, and then we have the squishes in the middle.
If you're carrying that lantern, you may want to be in the middle. And Lex can fight. And I mean, we have rangers, so
Yeah,
the issue we have is really Grim.
I'm gonna
I
I'm gonna
can
prepare a light spell just in case.
Okay.
I can fight both reasonably well with like melee and range. So
Yeah, Lex did very well saving my life.
Okay.
got lucky on some rolls.
All right. So give me a sec here, guys. So if you're traveling to the temple first, forgive me that I didn't realize that's where you're going.
I thought,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, did someone say something?
well, I thought that was Cola's idea because he presumably knows that temple quite well.
Store wants to do that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lex is good for
And
that
if it's
too.
a well-known area, yeah, I think they're first. And it's
Yeah.
also a bit of a morale booster if we come back and we say we've cleaned out
Okay.
the temple, rather than just some random mine passage.
Sure. Okay. So let's see here. Then, well, I guess like the other thing is it's not necessarily the clearing out. The Dane has his the goal is to deal with the necromancer. Right. So let's see here. Excellent. Okay, I got everyone's lighting done. All right. So then I will not need to worry about your what do you call it? Your lighting, because the lighting on the way to the temple will be there will be the magical illumination everywhere. So one second here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's only in the mines where you will be running into trouble. So, all right, guys. So then the night passes uneventfully. Anyone who has still taken damage, you heal one more point of damage. So I think Falcarol, you're back up to full now.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. And then let's talk about the approach to the mines, or to the temple. Okay. Now, there is going to be rubble and stuff in here. You guys will just have to ignore that because I thought you were going to the mines first. So I've got a different map set up. But how do you plan on getting? Let's take a look at the Dwarven Valley one more time here. How do you plan on approaching that? You gonna head outside and then make your way over, or do you want to use one of the kind of the back ways in? Because there probably is like tunnels that lead between to get you to the temple without having to go outside and get all the way back in.
I think going in, keeping inside, out of the cold, would help.
Okay.
And also, there might be people looking at us from the other side.
What do you guys concur?
Yep.
Seems good to me.
Okay. Let me open up something here.
Kev's like, awesome, random encounters if you're not.
Heck
taking
yeah.
the main road.
I love me some random encounters. You know what side my bread is buttered on. Okay.
Well, there'll be random encounters outside as well.
Excuse me, my goodness.
That's
Thank you. All
Does
right.
anybody at the top of their head know what the weapon speed is for things like holy water? We're just trying to get all the
Probably-
information.
It's
Probably
probably
not,
3?
I'm not seeing it at all.
it's
probably a 3 for if you're throwing it.
Yeah, it's a 3 or a 4.
Okay. Yeah, it's not under the list. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I need to look up my mace's speed as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Footman's mace has got a speed of 7.
Okay, so there is a way around through the what do you call it? Through some of the less used quarters to get to the temples, and that's I think where we will pick up you guys making your way along. So, guys, and this is now on the 29th of Enlight. Travel to temple. Now, give me a sec here. I need to set some stuff up here.
This
I
may be
just
short
realised if I'm not using the bow, which I don't think is going to be useful inside, I've got a buckler, so that drops my AC by 1 as well.
Sorry, which does?
I've got a buckler. It's normally flung on my back.
Oh, okay.
I know in some games we used to allow it. You could have it strapped to your arm and still use a bow, but that's a bit of a house rule. But
No,
I'm
I
not
think
going to be
it's
using
in
the
this game.
bow.
In this game, second edition, you can carry a buckler on your arm while you have a bow.
Oh
Yeah.
right. Oh okay. Oh, I've been underselling myself then. Not
Yeah.
that it made much difference because I got hit so badly, so heavily.
What's going on here?
I was tempted to use a buckler, but I figured if I'd have a falcon nearby, it's going to be a lot of weight on my arms.
Yeah,
So,
and also
I'd do it
so
then.
in the getaway of it perching on it.
and my character tends to wear like a thick hood because if the raptor's ever on your shoulder and he's not blindfolded, he might go for your ears or your eye because their instincts just kick in. So,
It really does sound like a boon companion.
Yeah,
Well-
you need to read the Terry Pratchett one about the falcons that are afraid to fly and hunt
Yeah.
by going down rabbit burrows.
that's pretty cool.
Well, if you've not read of Hudder Shark, it's a falconer
Nope.
who the falcons tend to attack.
This is my first time playing a
Yours and
falconer.
it's the first one with Magarat.
Nice.
Okay, hold on. All right. Sorry, I was having some issues with the display here. All right. Okay.
It's interesting. Some of our other Roll20 games, we've had problems with tokens disappearing.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I think they're
haven't
putting in the
seen it here,
new
but
what dynamic lighting is coming up here. So I think they may be experiencing some issues with going from the legacy stuff to the new stuff.
Yeah.
I took a precaution in the game I run, and I just created a separate page to house all the tokens, and dynamic landing is not on there at all.
Yeah. Okay.
These rules for indirect missiles are kind of ridiculous.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I mean, it's just like.
But just run up and smash it in the guy's face, right?
Yeah, I know. I don't think I ever played with these as a kid, and I think there's a reason for that.
But there's also, like, if you're using something that's you're not practiced with,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like if you train
think
to
we
work
used-
to train to shoot a bow, you put all sorts of time and effort into it. How often do people train to throw vials of holy water?
Yeah.
And that's part of the thing is like you hardly ever use it. So when you do use it, then there's a whole bunch of rules about how it falls short, where it lands, and how it splashes. And
Well, what's the percentage accuracy for an NBA player?
It's
You
actually
mean,
really low.
you mean the absolute professionals in their field who? It's
So I'm thinking like
close,
it's like
35% probably.
Mhm.
yeah. So like
Field is good.
yeah, like if
Oh, I don't mean. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't mean the ridiculous in that. I mean, there's just so much like. Here's how much they fall if it's medium distance, and then you roll this for that, and it's a lot of rules. That's how I guess.
Oh, that's his whole game system though.
Yeah.
I mean, that is true.
That's what makes it fun.
okay.
Well,
Some
it's
might
not as
say.
bad as chivalry and sorcery. Put it that way.
No, or roll master for that
You ever
matter
tried
too.
that back in the day?
Yeah.
No, I never did. I was...
Okay.
Oh, I had it, but I never managed to create a magic using character by following character generation. But anyway,
Okay.
we're getting off
All right,
subject.
guys. Let me see if I can get this. My dynamic lighting was fucking up a moment ago. It was working a moment ago, then it stopped working, and then now it's back to working again. So let's see here. And global illumination. Let's see here. Boom. Okay. And appears to be working right now. So. This is what we see, guys. Boom. Let me bring you to your characters.
Why they all dead?
Okay, here we go. So, this is where we find our heroes. You guys are making your way through part of the... You've been traveling for about, maybe about half an hour until you get to what is going to be the, sort of the first area into the temple complex. And those of you who are up front there...
My screen's blank, Kev.
Oh, hold on. Oh, there we go. There you go, Dave. How's that?
Oh yeah, no, I see stuff.
Okay, who does not...
I see really far though. I don't know if
There
that's
you go.
accurate.
And make sure all these tokens have sight. Okay, yeah.
He said it's global illumination, so
You should be able to see, yeah. There's going to be line of sight blocking, but there will not be... okay, has sight. Good,
Good
good,
range.
good. Yeah, so what you can see is there are... I think the reason I'm going to put you starting here is you can see the first of the dead staggering around in this area. So Lex, you guys can feel free to rearrange yourselves to be where you want on point. I'm not fussed here.
Yeah, probably be like, yeah, that's not too bad. Store would probably be ahead of me.
Yeah.
Yep,
But
I'm
I-
good where I am.
That works.
I'll be walking around with my quarterstaff. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be third. That's about right.
this is big, man. These halls are huge.
Yeah.
Dwarves don't fuck around.
Yeah, no, dwarves don't screw around. This is where they're living.
The sarcophagus is 30 feet long.
Maybe it's not a sarcophagus.
Ooh, what do you think it is?
Mhm.
All right. Anyway, we got bogeys down this way, boys.
Yeah, I can just see the edge of one of them.
So, we'll just go round per round until you guys choose to do. I mean, if there's other things you want to do, please feel free to let me know. But what are you guys thinking here?
I wonder if I could hit one from here.
I feel like we should just pick out our bows, but maybe we should line up and set our positions first, so we're not
Yeah.
swarmed. I think we'd be better off not doing that and maybe just trying to hold them in this little area here. What do you think?
Can we rush? Yeah.
Well, inside that sort of paved area a bit further down.
Whoever's going to be a meat shield, get to the front, so we can see who's going
Let's
to do
try and
what.
hold them here, and then you guys fire
What
from
do you mean?
behind us. How open?
Yeah.
How tall is this doorway?
The doorway has got to be about like 20 or 30 feet up. This
You
is
can
a
see
very
the bunch.
yeah. Like dwarves have carved this whole area to be in veneration of their gods, right? So this is quite grand and big, way bigger than necessary.
I am a little worried about them being able to come through over here and flank us, though.
Yeah, why don't we just move up another 20 feet and try and, kite some of them in. Hit one with an arrow and see if they turn. And
How big are these stones?
The stones are well, again, like this is not the map. You can ignore the rubble on the ground. Just
okay.
yeah, the structures you can assume are standing, but ignore the rubble that's on there.
Okay. All right.
so 100 feet.
I still think we would be better off if we could block them in.
Yeah, well, if you could rush and get to that opening and close them off. We'd have to hustle.
What's our movement?
Which I
And
can't
they're
do
sort
at
of
the
you
moment,
can
right?
picture that these dwarves are all kind of milling around, not paying too close attention to anything.
Can we stalk up there quietly, and then we'll try and just lock that off, and then have.
Oh, that doorway. Yes, I see what you mean.
Who's got? Now again, I'm assuming. Okay, you're getting a little close enough now, so I'm gonna. I'm assuming you're being very, very quiet in spite of wearing leather armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
trying.
You can hear there's at
Mixed
least 10 of these things kind of in that chamber up there store.
We know there's even more than that beyond. I say we're gonna. I mean, if we're gonna go in there, we're gonna have to try it. Unless someone wants to go around the backside here and to see what's going on over there. Make sure there's not an entrance there, and maybe around this way and make sure there's not an entrance.
What do you guys think?
Lex gives you a nod. He'll go sneak off.
Okay.
All right.
What is your move silently?
I'm not a thief, so it's okay. 25%.
25%. So that's reduced in non-natural surroundings, right?
Oh yeah. You know what? That sucks.
So again, like
thing about rangers, you get a great bonus.
as a reminder, the way I treat thief skills in this is that if you succeed, it means they have absolutely no chance of hearing you. Otherwise, it just defaults to the whatever chances they might have of hearing you normally. It doesn't mean that they hear you. It just means that your supernatural stealthiness just does not really apply.
Yeah, the penalty. You're basically half score in non-natural settings. That's
Half score, okay.
technically, yeah.
50%.
Okay.
Bruin, you want to make sure there's not another entrance along that north side of the chamber.
Sure.
Okay, so Lex, go ahead. I'll let you know if something changes. Bruin, you can go ahead and move yourself down there as far as you like.
He's going this way.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Bruin in case anything happens, and Lex.
Okay.
I don't see anything.
Oh.
I'm assuming I don't even fit at some point.
We're
Good.
take care, Tom.
Oh, he says the bow. Oh, not two bow.
It's just my shocking typing.
Oh, I the bow
Saying
out.
I've
Oh,
got
okay.
my bow out, not that I'm bowing out.
Like just as it's getting. Sure, leave us to our fates.
Good luck, guys. I still get XP, right?
Cola, are you going to be in the front? I don't know which one is better, Cola or Tom up there, I guess.
So Lex, what did you see down there?
Store. There's an opening further down, about 100 feet, and they can come at us down this rough carved hallway.
Well, then I think we have to make sure we make enough noise up here that they won't even think to.
Bruin
I
said,
mean, that's
Bruin
fair. I'll
whispers
go
it's-
where you think I'm most needed. I mean, I'm feeling a little bit more confident with my chainmail. I'm not feeling quite invincible. But
Sorry.
yeah.
Well, since
And
you are
what-
the healer, maybe you
Are
should.
these zombies
Oh, we think so, yeah.
or skeletons? Can we tell it
Some
in
kind of. yeah.
What mean DM would put a room full of ghouls at you guys? Huh?
It's possible.
It's
Same
totally
DM that would give us Yetis on session 1.
This is true.
This,
All right, I don't see anything other than going for it. What do you guys think?
well, I think we fight at this if we can,
Okay.
but we just got to be aware that there's another group that could come this way.
Okay. Well,
There's nothing down that way, Bruin whispers.
I'm going to
That he
sneak
could-
up against the wall if I can.
Okay. You do. And you can hear them. They are right there. There's a room full of them for sure.
Lex doesn't say anything, but he waves Bruin forward and Cola. Like,
Hey, when we draw them here, we could send like a Falcaril around the backside to shoot arrows at them, maybe.
Yeah. But what I'll do is I'll try and sneak over
So,
the side here and
as-
keep an eye down.
As Cola makes his way up, Store, you can see one of them. You hear turns, and one of them is beginning to move over here, guys. You
I'm gonna have
hear
my-
this.
I'm going to have my weapon out two-handed, and if it comes near me, I'm chopping it.
You got it. Okay. So this thing.
Are we just gonna like? Okay.
Out
can
and
I shoot it as it clears the door?
yeah, and Store, you can go ahead and make your attack as well too.
Actually,
Yeah, Bruin's.
Yeah,
moving
you're
this
sort
way
of-
to get an angle at them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, hold on, guys. I need you to stop moving because this is unless if all of you are running out, then something else is going to happen. Because they've looked over in this direction. Bruin is clearly in view there. So now they're
Well, as soon as it stepped out, I'm saying I'm moving out. Like you're saying, it's shambling along.
right. So if you're running out into the open, then what we're going to do is we're going to drop into initiative because
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
we-
expecting to happen.
Okay.
Oh,
But first, Store gets to make his attack roll. Go ahead.
Show up.
the plan was to plug the opening.
Okay, and Tom,
well-
Tom, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, wrong thing.
No plan ever holds itself true to when we meet
First.
the enemy.
Yeah.
Do you want
First
me to
contact
stand
then.
and yeah? How about people wearing armor stand in that doorway? Bruin
Whoa.
will just die.
Yeah.
So Tom,
Yeah, totally.
that is definitely a hit. The trouble is it seems to sink. This is zombified flesh, so it sinks in there, and it seems to keep staggering along without really a whole lot of an effect on it.
Can I use Astonishing Fortune with my roll?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do that.
14. Yeah, absolutely.
Can we tell if it did any damage?
It seems to have done a bit, but
Okay.
that is definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, wow, it doesn't do this. Oh wait, I rolled on the wrong one. I got to do this one. Here we go.
Okay.
It's the same. The attack roll was the
Same attack. Yeah, that's fine. Wow. Okay.
wow.
That your cleaves through this dead flesh, and it drops down. And at that store, you can see the room
Holy shit.
is very full of these things, and they kind of all turn towards you guys. Now, round one, guys. Let's see here. Who's going to roll initiative? Andrew, I think you missed last session, so we'll start with you.
Yes.
So we'll start with you guys. Decide what you're doing this round, and then Andrew, beat my 8.
Lovely.
Ugh.
Huzzah!
My first action is going to be on an 18.
Oh no.
Hang on, that was me.
What is he doing that it takes that long?
They're just super slow, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you get a 3? Holy cow!
I got a 3. Shoot,
yeah,
I gotta
roll
bring up
three.
my character sheet again. This
Let's do
stupid
11.
drop
Okay.
roll 20 of a minute ago.
Longsword is 5, so that makes me an 8.
Okay.
I think we could use some like holy water or something too, or fire, flaming oil. Throw some flaming oil in there and keep them at bay.
Yeah. Do we have any yet?
Yeah.
I thought about buying some, but then I was like, it's not.
Yeah, and Lantern Aura won't work.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then, first up, it looks like is Cola. No. Sorry. First up is Thomas. Thomas, what are you doing?
I'm dropping the bow and moving.
Okay.
5, 15, 20.
Then it'll be
25,
Cola.
30.
I'm going
Destroying
to
longsword on the way in.
Sorry. I'm going to cast Bless. Get
Nice.
that out right out of the door if we got this. Yeah.
Okay, so remember,
I
bless.
can't move if I. Yeah, Bless
Yeah, 'cause
takes
it's-
effect at the end of this round.
Correct. So you start
And I
praying
cannot
to.
move.
Yeah.
How far is the radius?
What's the duration of bless?
Bless is 6 rounds.
6 rounds. This is sanctified area or a sanctified territory for Clangadin and the other members of the Pantheon. You can double the duration
Oh yeah.
for Clangadin's spell in here.
Oh.
Nice.
So you start
Huzzah.
calling out the prayers to it. Then next up, it looks like is Lex. What are you doing?
Lex is moving. If I can get my character sheet. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong character. That's why. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's fine.
And then
Wait.
I'm gonna hold. Can I hold my move and hold? Is that the same as move and attack?
Are you trying to ready an action? You mean?
Yeah, if they're getting melee.
Yep. Though it'll happen simultaneously, though. So
Okay.
then Grim and Falkrell and Store.
So if I'm trying to aim at that one here, is my sorry, I don't know why it's not the ping's not working.
Do you mean this one here?
This I don't know why it's not working.
You're on the arrow, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on the arrow. I don't know
So
why
you,
it's not
you
working.
can't do the ping on the arrow. You have to go up to the cursor.
I did. I went up to the. I went up to the cursor. But yeah, okay. So but the arrow works. So you guys can see this, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to shoot at that one, but there's people. Are those people in the way?
Nope.
Okay. All right. I'll fire at that then. with my sling.
What are you using?
My sling.
What's the range in a sling?
150.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. It's
Slings are the greatest weapon made known to man.
apparently. Yeah.
Actually, they work pretty awesome.
All right, well.
Okay, so that is
Whatever.
unfortunately a miss. Falcrill, what were you doing?
What we discussed previously, he's gonna drop his quarterstaff and say circle to his bird,
Okay.
and then he's just gonna spin his action, pulling his bow out.
Okay. Yeah.
You said dropping would be a
No,
free action.
I'm just trying to figure out the bird is circling because I think
Yeah,
the only
just-
thing you've trained it so far is to be
Yeah.
loyal to. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So problem
Store
bird.
has a ready action too, by the way.
Yeah. What's he's readying an action to hit when they get in melee? Is that
Correct. He's
Okay.
got his shield out now.
okay? Nice. Then it is Brune.
I guess he's moving up here. 1, 2,
Okay.
and I guess I can fire between these two guys.
Yep.
I mean,
Absolutely.
We know the bow doesn't do much to them, but it's better than
Okay.
doing nothing for the round.
Yep.
Four.
Okay. 4 hits. Yep. These things are pretty easy to hit.
3.
3 points of damage. Okay. Hold up. I will let you see on the what do you call it, the bar, so you can judge how effective these strategies are proving to be.
That holy water will help way more than your sling, Grim.
I've got to get a lot
Fuck.
for that.
Hits. All right. Then it is Brune's gone. I think all of the heroes have gone. So then these things will go. Then they have. Okay. Store, go ahead, make your ready to attack. Same thing with Lex. That is a hit from Lex. That is a miss with Store. Okay.
And a miss. Hit and a miss.
And a miss, yep. So just roll damage with your silver longsword. Nice. Okay, that is enough to do a significant amount of damage to that. Let's see here. Wah, look at that.
Oof.
Okay. These things, as you can see, move very slowly. Zombies don't really move all that quick at the best of times, and when you have them in a dwarven frame, that's, you know...
Dwarven-legged zombies?
Yeah, that seems to be what... and you can see, for those of you who have scrolled out a little further, there are more of these risen dead further in the chamber. They don't seem to have been... have had their attention drawn yet.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the one I can see.
Okay. All right. Then we have second volley. Anyone who either did not move or is a fighter and can shoot a second time?
This is the favored round as well, right?
No, this is round 1.
Round 1. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I attacked last round.
Right, that was your ready to action, though. That was your surprise.
Yeah, you had us ready.
That was a pre-action thing. So, Brune, I think you're the only one. Or are you a ranger?
No, I moved. I'm a ranger.
Oh, okay, yep. All right. So then, guys, we are... that is the end of round 1. We're on to round 2. Now, go ahead and... okay, Dave, beat my 5. Or who? Andrew. Andrew beat my 5.
And Bless goes off forever. Oh, I did not.
7. Well, that's okay. You lost initiative, but I'm not acting until a 15.
So, Kev, quick rules clarification. If I were to throw my holy water vial into my sling, could I use my sling skill to do that?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. I'll just
No.
ask him.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, you can try, and if you roll a nat 20, it'll hit, but, you know.
That's okay.
Yeah,
No,
like,
I
that's just not really
I just
balanced.
wanted to avoid the -5 penalty for using something that I wasn't professional in.
You'll just need to invent a holy water vial that fits the sling bullet.
Yeah.
7, 12, sorry.
Okay.
Or a special crossbow that fires effectively like a grenade.
Or
launcher
some
crossbow.
kind of gun that rotates like a machine.
Oh, and then with another thrower underneath that fires the holy water grenades.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So first up, we've
Also
got
known to the elves as the M4.
Falcaril, Store. Oh no, sorry, Lex. Lex, you're up first.
Okay. Swing, bada. So,
Ooh.
That's a hit. Eesh. Oh, nearly down. That's a hit as well. Ooh, but the short sword does piercing damage.
correct.
So, it is sufficient to take this thing down, but you kind of have to like dig your arm in to push this thing's head from its spinal column, and blah, it falls down dead again.
So did I find the short sword not as effective?
Not as effective as the sword was. The sword is
Okay.
carving this thing open like it's dead meat. Picture like if you're sticking like a Christmas ham. The piercing stuff doesn't seem to be doing as much as the slashing. Okay, so that's it for Lex, unless he wants to move. Then it's Store, Falcaril, and Grim.
I'll take a shot. Just to clarify, the ranges are given in yards, right?
No.
Feet
Oh,
and-
on the PHB, yes. It's
Okay.
tens of yards. I think you're also within, yeah, if you've got a
Okay.
longbow, you're for sure within short range still.
Yeah, I'll take a
Feet
take a
inside.
shot at him.
Okay.
And...
No, it's weird, Hobbs. Like the way that they list it in second edition is they give it in tens of yards. So you have to not only convert it to 10, you also have to convert it to feet. So I don't know why they did it that way, but okay, that's a hit.
Alrighty. Deposit and boom. Ah,
Okay. So get rid of this.
Oh no, I just multiplied.
Thwack. Sorry, I've got one that's got a health bar on it already, so it's easier to just adjust. Okay, so that is a hit, and yeah, it
doesn't do much.
staggers it a little bit, but doesn't seem to do an awful lot. Store and
I will go first before
Yeah,
Store
sure, go
gets
ahead,
into melee. Just because I don't want to hit him.
okay.
So I'll move that, and then I'm gonna sling it.
Ooh.
Is that it?
That's a hit, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Wow.
Shocking.
And you're hitting the same one right up front there, right?
I'm hitting. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Exactly.
So it hits it, but again, like it sort of collapses in part of the forehead of this thing, of this dwarf, but it does not seem to be. You would think it would be more effective against like the splintered, collapsed bit of its skull you think would be more damaging against a living target. These things, incidentally, Cola, some of these are wearing robes, like robes of priests.
Great.
Store.
I guess I'm gonna wait.
Ready in action? Okay.
Yeah, ready. Action.
Tom and Cola are next.
Right. So
And remember, you guys are getting +1 to hit from the
10,
blast.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
right.
25.
I was
Tom's going
wondering
to wait
how
in
much
line and ready an action to hit one as they come in.
Okay.
Cola is joining the line,
Okay.
and same.
Okay. It's gonna be tricky for you because of the corner there. So
Yeah.
then it'll be let's see here. That was on 14. 15 is Brune, and this is acting simultaneous with the shambling dead here. Brune, what are you doing?
I might as well just fire my bow since we can't all stand in a line across.
You're gonna have to
three
replace
squares.
someone eventually.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in the
Well,
meantime,
the other way would be if we all step back one and tried to make a longer line, but
Then
they
we've
might
got,
squirt out the ends that way.
Yeah.
and then we don't have replacements to fill in when someone falls.
Okay. Okay, that's a hit.
6.
And
We gotta start practicing our Greek phalanx. Where's our long spears?
so there's like, yeah, that hits again, and there's another one sticking out of it. This thing's got like 2 arrows sticking out of it at this point, and it doesn't seem to be affecting it very much at all. All right. So,
Okay, well, I have a question, Kev. Is there anything like a called shot or a placed shot in this game where the difficulty is way harder?
to do what effect?
It's called shot rules.
Well, like, I don't know, try and shoot it in the neck or shoot it somewhere much more dangerous to like.
That's what
stop
you're
it, or
doing. Like
in its brain.
You're trying to hit it in what a high damage effect is that you would be hitting it in a vulnerable area. These things don't seem to have the same vulnerable areas as living creatures, so that's why you're having very little difficulty. There isn't a mechanical way of trying to get extra damage, if that's what you're asking.
Right, that's what I was asking. If
Yeah.
there was like some kind of a like, well, and not necessarily extra damage, but like I don't know, a better effect, basically.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Okay.
you can definitely try and like things like pinning it to the wall or things like that, but not just.
Well, I'm assuming it's all stone.
Yeah, so there's not really a way of getting just extra damage by virtue of taking a penalty or something like that. So
Right.
Okay. All right, so this one shambles forward and is close enough now to be able to attack. I'll let you guys with the ready to actions go before this because of its undead reflexes. So I think Tom and Store both have ready to actions.
Do we want to just take the ready action directly in front of us?
You choose in. I'm going to count down from 3 seconds. If you don't decide you're missing your turn, 3, 2.
Okay,
There we go.
Going.
Okay. That is a hit, Store, and that is enough to carve it down. Okay.
Oh, okay. So does that mean mine's wasted then?
No, you didn't attack.
Oh,
I just,
right, okay.
I just don't want to
Well,
waste
then,
time with.
Store sort of took mine, and I sort of
Okay. So
nodded and just
the next
keep my
there was
stance.
that. Whoopsies.
Bruin, you can get it down here if you want.
But I thought Kev said that you can't really attack from there. Because
You
of the
can. It's just
corner.
there's a penalty.
Oh, I
But-
see.
Yeah.
Still
Fighting
going
around
to
a
do more
corner.
damage than arrows at this point. It seems like.
Well, Tom has a normal sized spear slung across his back if anyone wants to take that, but I don't think that has reach.
Oh my. I mean, feel free to bring fewer, Kev. I mean, you sure
Oh,
you
you
have
guys-
enough?
You don't see the ones down below.
Okay. Then
Oh my god.
okay.
Just one group.
Yeah, I felt like maybe this was a mistake as soon as he said, "Oh, I thought you guys were going to the mines." Like we jumped from the level 1 journey to level 4-1
Yeah.
on accident.
There's actually all their names are in red right now.
The whole area has the big skull on it.
Yeah.
Grim,
Yeah.
that goddamn holy water already.
Falcaril.
Yeah, move up and do
Fucking
something.
around.
I saw them.
It's
Okay.
not doing anything.
Okay. Then it is
At least move up so that you're in a place to throw it when they cluster.
anyone who has this is a favored round. So if anyone has specialization, unfortunately they can't reach you this turn, so your ready to actions won't trigger.
Oh yeah, I do. I will try to hit the one closest not in combat.
Okay.
And bless bonus. Boom.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. All right,
That was
guys.
when I roll a 3.
We're on to round 3. Let's see here. The chances of me going before you guys are very, very remote, and not helped when I roll a 9. So, Andrew, you lost last time. Brandon, you're rolling initiative. Give us a D10 roll, please. Come on. 8. So I'm on a 19. I appreciate you guys pushing the limits on how slow these things go. Don't worry, guys. We got time. Lots of time. Excellent. So it looks like Grim will be up first. Are you just moving? Yeah. Okay. Oh, you might be muted, Brandon.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'll move up.
Okay.
Yay! Thank you.
Okay. So go ahead. Grim is up first. Then it'll be... I'm not till a 19. So next is Lex.
I'm going to hold my action for one to move in so I can attack it.
Okay. Then it is Store and Falcaril.
Holding.
Okay.
Okay, Falcaril, he'll say movement to the south, and then he's going to shoot off an arrow.
At the ones that are engaging the guys?
Yeah, I don't want to draw the attention of the ones below yet.
Okay. Go right ahead.
What the hell does that mean then?
That means there's some coming from the south.
That's a hit.
All right.
Well, then we have to withdraw.
They move really slowly. I'll let you know when they get close.
We're
Yeah,
not going
we'll
to
try and pull
before they
back,
get here.
And
Okay,
make a line where
7.
Falcaril is now.
And it's more like shadowed movement because they're like behind cover, so I can't really see yet.
All right. So then...
Ooh, I nailed.
Okay. That one hit a little better. It jerks this thing's head. This is a woman. It was a dwarf.
Making me feel bad.
Yeah. It was, she looks like she was also a priestess. Then it is Tom and Cola.
Holding, waiting for a target to come in range.
Okay. Then it is Brune.
Okay. Brune will move over here.
I'm going to start moving with my undead dwarves here.
Oh. Interesting.
And I guess the flavor of the day is hold your action until
Until you see
enemy
something.
arrives. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So first one, we have Lex, Store, and Tom. We'll all have ready to actions. Go ahead, guys. And then
I'll sort of nod to Store after you. Oh, in that case, I'll go at the one in front of me then.
okay.
I've got-
I'll go after the one in front of me as well.
Nice. That is a hit for Lex.
Oops, I rolled hit twice.
Whoa, Tom.
Nope.
That is not a hit.
Store hit.
1 damage.
I mean, Tom, you get +1 from my bless, but I don't think it's going to help you.
Yeah. Do we get a +1 to damage as well, or just hit?
Just a hit.
Just a hit, and I think saves versus fear.
Alright.
Yes.
Whoa. Yeah. So Store. Whew, that one's gone as well.
Does a 5 hit, Kev? I accidentally rolled the.
Yes, 5 hits as well. But that one's gone. Otherwise they move. Like these things shamble along pretty slowly. Brune, you get your attack as well.
Oh yeah, right. Machete.
Come on.
Ugh.
Eesh. That is not a hit.
No.
All right. So then this thing finally gets an attack on Tom. Tom's now got his fancy new 3 AC.
2 with the buckler, actually.
Oh, right. Yeah. So, let's see here. So this thing tries to grab you and does not hit. Which is good because these things hit really hard. I think then we're on to, this is not a favored round, but second... oh, no, you don't... oh, yeah, Falcaril, you got second shot.
Yep, I'm going to try and nail this one here.
Go ahead.
But I do not want to fire into melee.
Okay.
3rd arrow. And bless bonus?
That is a hit. Yep.
Yes.
Oop. Which one was it? Was it this one in front of... oh, that one there. Okay. I'm not sure which one you could see.
It's the one I got the clearest line of sight to. I don't want to... That one's got cover.
Yeah. Okay. 4, not bad, not bad. Let's see how many hit points this thing has. Okay, not much actually.
Makes me feel good.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right. I think that's everyone's actions, right? I need to take just 2 seconds, guys, and go to the washroom. I cannot wait any longer. I'll be right back. Let's roll initiative first and have everyone declare. I got a 9 again. So I think, Brandon, you're safely just go ahead and roll and everyone add your action turn.
That's the last time I do that.
I hate rolling initiative.
Yeah, I do.
There's 3 that I can see down below, but they're still quite a distance off.
Are they coming toward you or not?
They are moving in this direction.
Oh, fudge.
Oh,
We
take
should
a
get
lunch out.
those back up.
They're at least 90 feet away, so it'll take 9 rounds or 5 rounds for them to
Okay.
get here.
Yeah, we're not going
If
to
you
kill
tell
all
us-
these rounds.
In
No,
enough
we're-
time so we can pull back and form a line further up.
Yeah.
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 We can disengage and move away and form a line.
Yeah.
And our archers can continue to fire and move. It's,
In fact,
make
yeah.
make sure you
actually-
read the house. Make sure you read the house rules.
Yeah. I have.
Is that only fighters, though?
It's fighter classes, like
Okay.
rangers and warriors. And, yeah. It's
But even
combat moves.
even non-fighter classes can,
Yeah.
if they have a bow, they can still hit once around and move.
Oh,
What's the penalty for firing into medium distance?
It's a -2 for each range increment past the
Okay.
first.
Probably shouldn't be necessary, but good to know.
I'm just glad I got like 40 yards of range with my first increment.
Yeah, I mean, these are much more wargaming.
Sorry about that, guys.
than
Old man bladder.
Pathfinder
Okay.
or 5th edition.
So first up is Grim, then, looks like.
Oh, forgot.
Okay. All right. Would you say? Well, never mind. I'm just gonna throw my holy water at this dude right here because that's within my short range. So.
Okay,
And it's a,
you get -3
Okay,
firing
melee.
into melee, then.
oh.
So with that one.
Does it splash?
That would probably make more sense. Yeah, I'll throw it into this one. Yeah, it splashes, but it's only 1 foot, so it's probably not gonna hit anything anyway.
Okay.
Well, wait till they glam up on us. It's up to you, though. You're
You
Okay.
can hold your action to do it.
Yeah, I'll hold my action until they get closer.
Okay.
Till they-
Okay, so then it's Lex and Tom are on a 15.
Okay, I'll hit the one in front of me.
I'm gonna hold.
And Andrew, I'm leaving it to you to count down the duration of your spell.
yeah, we're down to, this would be the second round of it.
Yeah, we're on round 4 now, so it's a fade.
Oh, it's
round.
a 3.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, never mind. John's
Okay.
already
Oh, Tom, shoot.
on it.
Wait. Oh, you rolled a 3, that's why. Okay. So Tom, that is unfortunately a miss. Lex,
I'm holding.
holding, okay. Then, let's see here. On a 16, we have Falcarel and Store.
Go ahead, Store.
That's a hit. Nice. Okay. Let me do this. He's multiplying. Oop, wrong one.
Multiplying.
Boom. Gotta love these things. Okay.
That's all the 7 did, or you haven't taken it off
I
yet?
haven't taken it off yet. Boom.
Okay.
That's what it is. Sorry.
I was like,
Oh no!
we're in
Shit!
trouble. Suddenly they're impervious to everything.
Yeah. Different AC for. Or I'm rolling hit points for each of the things as we go here. Okay, so that was Store. Next is
Falcarel.
Falcarel. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot at the one that's wounded over there. Not in melee.
Okay.
5th longbow arrow. Shoot.
Here we go. That's a hit. Roll damage. Sorry, it's one of the ones that's not in melee.
Yeah, it's the one that I wounded last round.
When you were,
The
okay.
one didn't have
Oh,
one.
same one. Okay, yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds good. All right. Again, like this thing's got an arrow is now sticking through this thing's skull. Her little there was a little medallion or whatever that was affixed to or sort of sitting on her head. It goes flying off and scatters to the ground. But still, like that should be lethal. That should have been a lethal shot for any living creature. Cola, I think you were last in this round. Did I miss anybody? Brune.
Bruin?
Oh, Brune's on an
Brune.
18. Yeah, so Cola, then Brune.
And then store.
Store's gone.
Oh. I guess I'm just holding. There's nothing there to
Okay.
hit.
Give it a second.
Ah,
Then it is, Brune.
Holy Caroli.
Master of the bow. Lots of people.
Machete genius.
Yeah. All right, so let me start moving some.
Just a reminder.
Okay. The shambling horde moves ever closer. All right, so first let's make some attacks here. So we have the one that is engaged with Tom, Brune, and Store. Store's the last one to hit it, so I think it's going to turn its attention on you there, Store. Nope, not with a nat 1. Then,
Arm falls off.
wow, yeah, I think some of its hands break, like its wrist breaks back on the force of your shield, but it's still bringing like the sharp stump of its in on you. We have Lex and Cola who have readied actions here. Go ahead, guys. Lex, that's a hit.
I wrote it in it. Well, I wrote it in action too.
Just wait.
Alright.
Just wait, Grim. Old Grim.
Okay.
Oh,
He's just sitting there with the flask.
Okay. Oof.
So you said, Kevin, that there's a minus because I'm attacking on an angle.
Yeah.
I also have the +1 from Bless and a +2 for being an Allegor.
To be
So
fighting
what's
what? Undead?
undead creatures.
Ooh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, where's that from?
Yeah, it's from Demi-Humans and Deities. It says,
Cool.
Clerics of Clangdon cannot turn undead before 7th level, but they always strike at +2 on all attack and damage rolls against undead creatures.
Pretty badass. Wow.
It's pretty badass. But what's the minus here, so I can just...
So if you got
calculate my
+2,
bonus.
you're going to have a net. It's -4 to attack around the corner, so it's a net of -1, I think.
-1,
Is that
yeah.
clerics or specialty priests, though? Because
That's him in particular.
Are you a cleric or a specialty priest?
He's a specialty priest.
I'm an
Specialty priest-
Allegor.
Specialty
wait.
priests can never turn undead.
Well,
Yeah, not turning undead, though.
I know, but that's like if that's a specialty priest can never turn undead, so that comment might not apply then.
Well, if it says to Allegor, I'll take a look in a second here.
Grim now.
Okay.
Okay.
well,
Let's see here.
Cola gets to make its attack. So,
It's still gonna be in melee, but that's.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. We hit. Yeah, you can hit this one then.
Well,
Actually,
if it's, if
Dave,
it's,
you've got
if it's-
Demi-Human deities, right?
Yeah.
Take a look and see if that only applies to if it's because I think I took a picture actually of the relevant section for Drew.
Yeah,
So
he's reading the right text. It's right there under the church. But it says clerics of Clangedins, as well as fighter clerics, cannot turn before 7th, but always strike at +2 on the damage rolls with undead. Doesn't say specialty priests. They specifically call them differently in this section.
okay.
A cleric and a specialty priest is a separate category.
Okay.
The specialty priests get like blind fighting and a weapon specialization and
Okay.
a whole bunch of spells, but they don't get undead powers over undead.
Okay.
Okay.
The difference between your dwarven priest and the other game and Andrew's.
So it'll be a net of -3 to your attack then, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 12.
12 AC is not good enough. No, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got 2 more things to attack here. We've got and one of them has like all these arrows sticking out of it as well.
Is Grim going to be able to make his held action?
He's holding it, I think, one more time. I think you're right, Grim. Wait
Okay.
until they cluster up and then go out.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, and then it's
Smart.
let's see here. I can't wait till I hit the running zombies hit the board.
Don't do that.
Don't be this holy water doesn't do that much damage though.
Okay.
Sprinters?
So against
better than nothing.
Lex, nothing, and then against Tom, I guess. Nat 1 against Tom. So these things are in trying to get, and they're all low and only 4 feet tall. Let's do one more round, guys, and then we'll call it a session.
I lost. So.
Okay. Oh, you lost initiative. Okay. Wait, you lost to my 9?
Yeah, I got a 10.
Oh, there you go. That'll do it. So Hobbs, last round of combat. Hobbs beat my 8. Oop, 8.
More.
8.
There you go.
Nat, woo, 1. Sweet.
Nice.
All right, so I'm on an 18, guys. All right, guys. So first up will be... one second, I'm fucking around with something here. First up, it looks like it'll be Grim. What are you doing, Grim?
I'm gonna hold until it's not working. Those two guys in behind start clogging up and getting closer.
Okay, you got it.
I think it's smart. Good job.
Yep, I agree.
Well, sounds like a penalty.
Just thought the front 3 could step back 1 and we'd refuse the center, so we could actually get more in. But
One more round, they should be up there. And if not, then that's good. That means we're clearing them out.
no, I meant the Tom, Store, and Lex. If we
Okay.
step back 5 feet, we'd have like a little semicircle.
Yes, I thought about that, but I wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm.
This way, they can't really hit. They're not going to
Look,
really hit.
We wouldn't have any
Cola.
spares. And
Tom
Or
and
Brew.
Lex are next. What are you guys doing?
hitting the guy in front of me.
Okay. Trying.
Yeah.
I would
Whoa,
like to point
not
out
one.
that now's the time to spend our fortune if you want
Yeah,
to.
use it. This is the last round.
Okay. Rerolling my longsword.
Okay. There you go, Lex. Eey. Not
Oh,
great.
sorry, no, that was Tom. Never mind.
I'll burn a point on that.
Okay, go ahead. So Lex is getting a reroll, and Tom is getting a reroll.
Yeah.
I hit enter already.
So is this a preferred round as well?
This is round 5 now.
What the hell? I hit enter.
So,
Like this pop-up
AC
bell
6.
6 hits.
Yeah,
Yep. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, hang on. Damage, not.
Oof. 9 points. Holy shit. Tom,
Ow.
you carve this thing down.
Oh, now it's so. So I didn't mean to roll a third time. It just delayed. I didn't see it coming.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so that's a miss. That was on a 6. Was Tom and Lex. 7 is Falcaril and Store.
That hit with the short sword.
You hit with the short sword, yes.
Ooh.
Nice. If only that was.
Slashing weapon.
Yeah.
Come on, Store.
Eesh.
Spend a club. Spend a point.
Yep. Store, use your Astonishing Fortune.
Alrighty.
Nice. Come on. 12.
That's two.
Okay.
Okay.
Typical for roll
Falcaril.
20. Let's see here. Next is, that was on 7. 8 is Cola.
Oh, Falcaril's got to take it.
Oh, Falcaril, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to try and nail this one. As I lose the air, I'm going to say there are 4 coming from the south. Start a retreat.
I think you got to hit the one on the bottom. Here.
I'll aim for him then.
Yeah, because I mean, it doesn't really make a difference. It just, I don't think you have a line of sight together. Looking at the, because remember this, like it's in shadow here, but this square on the top there is, full wall.
Gotcha.
All right, Falco, that's a hit, and okay. Let's go here. Oop,
We probably got like 4
check
rounds probably get up here.
AC. All right, not a lot. Jeez. The wrong one. Yeah, these do not have a lot of hit points,
But
but
flaming arrows.
they are. Okay. So you hit this one. This one seems to be a lot worse for wear and is wearing miner's gear. Okay, that was... then Cola is up next. And then Brune. Cola, what are you doing?
I am hitting the one on the kitty corner to me there.
Okay. And that includes your -3. That's actually a hit.
That's inclusive of the.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Oh,
Sweet.
Sweet.
And you're slashing battle axe. Pretty good.
Uh,
Come on. Come on.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
shit. Boom! Down. So you send that one to its eternal rest. You have killed, or at least sent back to its rest, a fellow priest.
Yeah.
Brune, oy, not great. Okay.
Well, I mean, considering I rolled a 14, that's still an okay roll. It's
definitely,
just not good
yeah.
enough.
I blame the corner. Yeah, I mean, that's taking your edge into account as well. All right, so then we've got some movement here, and then we'll end with Falcarel's final move.
We don't have our second attacks this round.
You do. No, you don't. This is round 5.
Okay.
Because I got a bow.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Characters further back, and I keep thinking.
Oop, wrong thing. Okay. And let's see here. We got one in on Lex, one in on Tom. It's moved in. Moved in. Moved in. Moved in. Moved in.
Ooh, a lot more than 4.
Jeez.
We're like halfway there.
I can see just a hint of an 8th one coming from the south.
Look north.
Oh God!
Yeah, that was well, that's all in character because I was shooting down and looking. Down,
Yeah.
so
No, totally.
Crap.
That reaction's so worth it. Oh man. Okay. So
Okay.
then, first, okay,
So
I
I
got one
guess
attack.
we'll end on me making my shot, and I'll go. Oh shit! Look to the north.
Okay, so I got an attack on Tom, which is a miss. I got an attack on Store, which is a hit. 19.
That's a miss.
Store 7 points of damage. This is the one that had the broken arm. It grabs your shield. You try to shake it off, and then it stabs in your side with that broken bit of radius bone. God, I hope it's not infected. Then DR will apply against that as well too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Okay. And then against Lex. That is also a miss. Now, last shot is from Falcarel. So Falcarel, you hear the shambling from up north, and you can see there is another pack of these things making their way down. Maybe you're under...
Could it be my falcon? Just give a screech and draw my eye over there.
Yeah, love it.
Arrow.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Come on, less bonus.
Oh, and Jeff, before we forget too, there is Astonishing Fortune left. Do you want to re-roll that one?
Yeah, we have. I want to spend one too. So.
Well, it might be like the only experience we're gonna get.
So what?
Well, we've killed a few zombies.
Okay.
I mean, I could, I guess.
Okay, so you're down to 1 Astonishing Fortune. Go ahead and make your...
Yep. I'm re-rolling as well. So.
Nat 20, nice.
Where did my character sheet go?
And which one are you firing at? The one right here?
That one.
Yeah. Okay.
-3.
Oop. Fuck. Go. And that has... All right. Because you're nat 20, I'm going to let you do regular damage to this.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's not a lot.
Take it.
But it is something. Yeah. Brune, that is not, All right, guys, so here's where we're going to end our session. We are at our quit time. Well, actually, we're past our quit time, too, so I'm not going to push you on. I'm going to put in chat that we are into round 6.
We've got...
And that's round 5 of the Bless, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so you can put that in chat, too, if you want to, just to keep track of it. Now, you guys have downed a fair amount of these things. So here we go.
Got to record my 8th arrow shot. Luckily, I got a decent quiver size.
Okay.
Question is, do we see any sort of pinging sound and see someone get a flash?
And getting, sorry?
No, I just see it when anyone's just going to go ping and like get a sort of gold outline as they level up.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think some people were quite close, but not quite.
Yeah. All right, so guys,
I think some of the Rangers were.
those of you who are fighters or warrior classes, you guys have defeated 20 hit dice worth of adversaries today.
Oh, that's 200 experience. Holy cow.
Yep. So it's 200 XP for the warriors in the group. Anyone who cast spells or used class abilities, be sure you're catching that as well.
We're not counting cantrips for that, are we?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
XP.
they're level 0 spells, so go ahead and multiply it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a meme.
Oh.
No, that's math, not mean.
Well, the mean is a part of math. You know?
Oh, clever. I like that.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So yeah, if you want to take the mean of 0, it works out to the same as multiplying 0.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Guys. Everyone, before your modifier for prime requisite, everyone is earning 218 XP for today. Nope, that's wrong.
No, I'll take that.
There we
Unless he's
go.
giving us more.
All right. Did anyone ding?
No, I'm multi.
It's at 2,000, right?
For a cleric.
For a specialty priest, it's in. Hold on.
I'm a ranger and I have 2,300. I don't know if
That's enough. 2250 is what you needed.
Beauty.
Nice. So Jeff, give us a roll 2d10.
Nice. You get some XP right now. Perfect.
Oh,
Clerics are 1,500 for level 2.
I just hit level 2 cleric.
But is it specialty priests are higher though, aren't they?
Yeah, I gotta see.
So I gain 9 hit points, or I gain the average, or how does that work?
You gain the highest of the two.
Nice.
Cleric.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 3 when I.
I don't think
Oh
there's
my
a difference.
goodness.
No, there's not a difference. I know Druid is
Specialty
2,000,
priests are
but-
2,000. Do you have 2,000 XP, Cola?
I've just hit now 2230.
You are second level. Allegors have D8 hit points. Is that right, Dave?
I can look.
Are they like clerics? Yeah, D8. So roll 2D8, Andrew. We'll take the highest as your hit points that you gain. 8! Nice!
So specialty place would be me because cleric of Solar, so I need 2,000 for that level. Okay.
Yeah, so you got 2,000 for that. Where are you right now, Falcro? You must be about halfway.
1518 for cleric actually. Casting spells helped out a lot.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So hold on. Remember, you need 2,000 for the specialty priest because you're a specialty priest as well. Yeah. Okay.
I still need 482 to level cleric.
Okay. So then, Brune has dinged. Make sure you adjust your Thaco. Your Thaco is now a 19.
Nice.
You have to adjust that in your weapons as well.
Yeah. Dave,
Anything else?
did you ding?
No, I'm only at like 1887.
Okay. Store did last time. Cola did. Cola, you'll get new. You won't start with them prepared, but I believe you get new spells now too.
Oh, I'll have to. Okay.
Next time you prepare, you want to prepare that. Grim, I take it you're not level 2 yet.
No.
Okay.
Probably ways
Thaco
away.
doesn't change for me necessarily, does it?
What doesn't? Sorry.
I don't get it. There's no Thaco change for me.
No, not for a couple levels for a priest.
Yeah, okay.
Falcro's
I think it's third level is when you get that.
ding, and Tom, I think, has
I'll
got a
have
little
to-
bit. He just dinged. All right. So Cola is 15, and you can actually keep add that to your current hit points too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I will not complain about that.
No, don't. Any of you who gained a new level with new hit points, you can keep those hit points. You don't you don't start way injured. All right, great. So then, guys, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for episode 6 of our Legacy of the Crystal Shard campaign. Things are getting a little dicey for our heroes now. Let me zoom out here.
Did you just add those zombies this last turn, or did I just miss it entirely?
They came shambling around the corner.
Oh, like 2 turns ago, and I just didn't see them at all.
No. These things move very, very slowly. So, yeah. All right, then, for those listening at home, again, thank you so much for joining us. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section of this video, and I will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, you can reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings. You can reach me by email at dungeonmusings@gmail.com, and you can find a link in the description of this video to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where you can find all of us. We have a channel dedicated to this mini campaign, as well as every other campaign we run, and other things like AD&D and Starfinder, and setting up streaming games and playing on, how to set up for online play, things like that. There's also a Find a Game channel as well, too, if you're looking for people to play with. In addition, there is a link in the description of this video to something called Heroes Save Villages, which is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, which is active in over 130 countries and provides advocacy and direct benefits to over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children from around the world. And like everyone else in the world at this point, they are being affected by the current COVID-19 crisis. So if you do find yourself in a position that you have money that you'd like to spend to support the channel, I would encourage you to consider doing that, though I can appreciate that this is very, very difficult economic times for everybody. If nothing else, it's certainly a period of uncertainty. In addition, we have a Patreon now, so you can feel free to click through to that as well. Where the Patreon is very bare bones. We don't have any specific rewards or access or stuff. I'm going to be posting some art on there today, but really what it's designed to do is support the players to help us with offsetting some costs with the books and stuff for players, as well as some of the infrastructure for the channel. And if we, depending on how things go, we may be planning something for in-person for the players. But again, we can appreciate this is a very difficult economic time for everybody. So if people aren't in a position to be able to support the channel that way, it's absolutely no harm, no foul. Last but not least, I want to thank my players. So Mo, John, Andrew, Brandon, Hobbs, Jeff, and Dave, thank you so much for joining me back in the Icewind Dale. Congratulations on, let's see here, to Andrew and to Jeff for hitting second level. Now I can really start taking the gloves off and throw shit at you guys.
Wait till I get up there.
Yeah, good one.
Awesome. So again, thank you so much, guys. And for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed. We'll see you back again in the Icewind Dale next Sunday. But until then, we hope this finds you healthy, safe, and weathering the current crisis as well as can be expected. And I wish you happy gaming.